And then she said, "No, Macky, you're too big." Yes, everybody, and welcome to High on Homegrown, the cannabis podcast from Percy'sGrowing.com. I have forgot to press record. Hold on, because I haven't even opened up your microphones yet. Okay. Let's try that again. I'll open up your microphones now. Let's try again. Okay, you ready, everybody? Yes, everybody, and welcome to High on Homegrown, the cannabis podcast from Percy'sGrowing.com. I am Macky from the UK, and joining us this week, we have Margaret.
That's right, Dr. Margaret, coming to you from
Margaret.
Canada land. Also host of Bite Me the Show about edibles, enjoying an absolutely stunning summer day here today.
Beautiful. What weather? What kind of temperatures you got today?
Oh, it's like 30 degrees C.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's hot, but it's nice.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Toasty, delicious. We're on
Yeah.
25 C where I am today. What have you got, Smee? We have Smee today?
Yeah, we've got about 27 today. Been really, really nice.
Beautiful.
Cool this morning. This morning was under 20, so I got the dogs out, got them walked.
Nice.
And then come the afternoon, it started to get really hot, and now we're sitting at about 27. So, yeah.
Beautiful weather, man. But that's it for the panel today. Billy is not feeling up to it today, so he's going to have a little bit of rest. And John's at a birthday party, I think. I think that's what he said.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yep. He's not budgie smuggling today. He's at a birthday party.
That's right. And I was thinking next week we're going to take the week off. We're going to have no show on Sunday. We're going to just go and enjoy some summertime. That's what we're going to do. That's the
Summer
plan.
break.
Yeah, so this will be the last episode for a couple of weeks. And then we'll be back to our usual schedule, as we do. But yeah, it's been beautiful weather, and I've got a lot on next week. So, I want to have a day off somewhere. Sunday might be the only one. So let's aim for Sunday. You know what I mean? Freenug says, no. I know, bro. I know. we like to push a show out every week, but sometimes we just need a break as well. And it's really weird. It's not very often when we do have a Sunday off. But, on the Sundays we do have off. And it reaches like a certain time in the day, and I'm like, sure, I'm supposed to be doing something right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. Like, wow.
Aren't I usually doing something right now?
You know
is
what I mean?
that?
And that's
Yeah.
it. And then you book the day off, and you get there, and you're actually not doing anything anyway.
Right.
It's like, maybe we should do a show anyway. It's like, no, take the fucking day off. It's just one day. It'll be all right. Don't worry. And then we'll get back to it. But yeah,
Right.
man, it's been an interesting week this week. Solid England game last night. That was fun to watch. We watched the England game after the show as well, because that was on Sunday. Played against Mexico on the evening. Damn, that was a good game of football. If anybody saw that, that was fucking cool, man. But
Yeah, they
did-
knocked
did play
Norway
good.
out of the playoffs or whatever.
That was
happening.
last night's game, yeah. But they
Yeah.
knocked Mexico out last time. But the game against Mexico, I've been watching England play for a long time. Don't follow football. Think it's a reasonably boring game. But I'm very patriotic. So when England is playing, I will watch England play. And then I do enjoy the World Cup. And I've been,
Right.
it's like a family tradition. We go to my mother's, we watch the football. That's what happens. And then I've
This
watched
is
like, sorry?
I see something in the chat about drone interference. What's going on there? Is there some drone
Yeah,
interference?
but I think allegedly a ball hit a piece of wire that pushes the cameras along in the above the pitch. But FIFA are saying that it didn't happen. You know, FIFA don't lie, so it probably
Oh, of
didn't
course
happen.
not.
Yeah,
They never do anything that
obviously
contravenes,
telling the truth. Obviously, they are a legitimate
routine.
company. Yeah.
Although, who had possession of the ball when it hit the thing?
I think Norway kicked it, and then it got
Mm-hmm.
stopped by a wire, allegedly, and then it fell down to
Allegedly.
England's feet, and then England
Roll
managed to
the
take
tape.
possession. That's right. Get the VR out, have a look. Oh, look, it's fine. It is. It's fine. I just hope that they're that much in our favour when we go against Argentina.
So
next
did anybody call the FIFA president to see if they could have that reviewed or something?
week. I think it's too late now, but there is some
I'm just
controversy about it.
joking.
But they're showing the video. But anyway, yeah, I've been watching England my whole life. You know, every 4 years,
Right.
well, every 2 years, because we watch the Euros as well. And when they played Mexico, it was so fucking good. It's the best I've ever seen England play like an actual football team. Most of the time, it's quite disappointing, but this particular time, it's like, damn, what a game of football. Yeah, quality. But yeah, I hope everybody's
Interesting.
enjoying the World Cup. It's going to be over by this time next week, and that's it. If we do win against Argentina on Wednesday, I think the next match is, then the final will be on Sunday, I think. So yeah, should
Oh, I
have
see
that
what's
just in
happening
case.
here.
Just in
I see.
case, let's
Mackey cancels the show just in
That's
case
right.
England makes it. I get what's happening.
That's right, because I love football. No, don't really, but you know.
That's funny because my sister's family watches and was rooting for England as well because they watch a ton of football and they watch a lot of the Premier League
Cool.
as well.
It's called the Premier
So they were
League,
cheering for
Margaret.
England. Premier?
Yeah,
Premier?
Not Premier. No, not
Oh
Premier.
fuck! I don't have any other
Premier.
North Americans on here to back me up,
Premier.
even though John's in his roots are just.
We're gonna take advantage of that for this show.
Yeah, all
yeah.
right. You can try. You can try.
I still think she out. I know it's 2-1 right now, Macky, but I still think she outwits us 2-1. Do you know what I'm saying?
Jesus, God.
You think? Come on.
Come on. But, yeah. What else has been going on? Conor McGregor had an amazing fight last night on the UFC.
Did he?
Oh man,
I don't know why. What?
No spoilers. No spoilers. but-
no. I mean, you should have watched it by now,
I'm not
right?
watching that raggedy ass fucking guy fight. Fuck
Wow,
that guy.
Margaret.
Margaret,
Wow,
I'm with you.
Margaret.
I'm totally with you. I
Wow.
only watch him
Oh,
to see him
wow.
get
That's your response?
beat. Macky,
It
Macky's
was
his
sarcastic,
number one
wow.
fanboy.
You know,
Well,
I'm not his number one fanboy. Jesus. Especially not after that fight. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
So he got his ass handed to him, did he?
No, Margaret. He didn't
He
even get his
landed
ass
in-
handed to him. He jumped up
handed
in
it
the
to
air,
himself.
landed a little bit hard, hurt his knee, and pretty much quit the fight. TKO within 30 seconds.
He got TKO'd in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Max managed to land a good few punches while he was laid on his back.
Yeah. And then
Oh,
Max
too bad it
Holloway,
wasn't more.
it was so bad. Max Holloway, his opponent, was standing there like, "Ref, there's something wrong
Ref,
here
man,
with
there's
this
something
guy.
wrong."
Can we end the fight, please?"
That's
It was so bad.
humiliating,
Oh,
and
so
I'm
bad.
very happy to
Yeah, it
hear
was
that
totally
because
All of a
Yeah,
sudden, you
okay.
feel like
Yeah.
watching the fight, don't you, Margaret? Uh-huh.
Margaret,
I would tune in for
I
30
watch-
seconds of that, sure.
I watch all the UFC, so it doesn't matter whether it was McGregor or not. but watching McGregor get humiliated yet again for the third fight in a row. Hang on, make that 4 fights in a row. Khabib, 2 Dustin Poirier it is. No, because Khabib was there.
He's a horrible
Yeah, so
human
third
being
fight in a row,
and a shitty
completely
fighter.
embarrassed. 2
Oh,
Dustin
not about the
Poiriers.
shit.
and
He
one
never
Muslim.
used to be a shitty fighter. He is now, but in his time, he was
In his
one of
time,
the
he was
best.
good.
Yeah, well, it's fucking karma.
It is karma, and that's what I said to Macky earlier. I said
Yeah.
karma is biting him in the ass for all the shitty stuff he's done to his family and kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
him. He deserves all of the bad luck and karma he gets right now, and I loved seeing it. It was fucking brilliant. I was screaming. I woke my son up. Oh yes.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Jesus.
It's a good
Yeah,
look
yeah.
for him.
I cheered more for that fight, and it was the worst fight of the night.
Anyway, so there's the
Anyway.
cannabis sports news
I know, right?
for this week. That's what we have. Yeah, man. So what else should we just move on to the news? No, what we smoking on? What have you got, Smee? You got something nice?
Strawberry lemonade again. Finishing off the last little bit of that I've got.
Ooh.
Before my next lot comes in.
You're talking about flour, not a gummy or something, right?
No, yeah, flour. I've got it
Okay.
going through the Mighty.
Okay.
But I
Right.
do have some gummies and some chocolates and a bottle of left. So let's
Nice.
go. It's
Nice.
summer, you know.
Yeah, I've got a nice cold can of left. I've got some Glenfiddich here for a little bit later on. And I've got the Mighty loaded up with some flour. I just don't know what the flour is. No, what can you do?
It's mystery flour.
Mystery flour. What have you got,
Very
Margaret?
nice. I got my gummies. I actually have to make more. They were the last of them. But I also have a little bit of my lemon zest balanced bubble hash that I've been enjoying as of late.
Nice.
And no
Mhm.
booze for this booze-free gal.
No
Been
booze.
so off the
Still,
wagon.
Yeah.
still off
That's
the
like
wagon.
Yeah.
7 months now
Brilliant.
because you started in the new year, didn't you?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did. I did.
cool.
Just gonna ride it out until I don't feel like it anymore.
Beautiful. Well, you've done well, Margaret. You've already done well to get this far.
Thanks.
Well, keep it up.
Thanks.
It's very
Thanks.
good.
I will.
Adam Bomb just asks in the chat there. He said, "Who is the chat police now?" Hold
Ooh.
on. Oh,
When
that's
he said
gonna-
that, I thought he was at first referring to Agent Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't think he's in the chat today, right now, though.
Free Nug seems to be one of the chat police. There we go. But Adam Bomb, you've been around for a while. You're a trustworthy fella. Let's add as moderator.
Yes. You are chat police, Adam Bomb.
You have been promoted.
Yeah.
There you go, sir.
Congratulations.
There you go. There's your shield.
Your
Refresh.
promotion comes with 0 increase in pay, but
That's right.
Yeah.
we're forever thankful.
100% increase in appreciation. There you go.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
Keep an eye on him out there. Agent Adam Bomb. There you go. But with that, should we move on to the news? And I think we're ready for the news.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just about. Yes. Let's do it then. Okay, where do we begin? We've got 4 stories altogether. I mean, we've got 1 each, and then like a little discussion about I want to have a little bit later on. But where do we start? Let's start with Margaret. You want to go first? Wanna do
Yeah,
your story
sure.
first?
This one should be interesting. Should get some of you all riled up a little bit, depending
No,
on how
we're
factual
always-
it is.
We're always really calm. We don't get riled up.
You're
very
always
easily,
ready, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm never
Heavy-
triggered.
Come on, you're not convincing anybody about that. Soon people will be like, "Where's the Smee rant?"
Mhm.
That
A new
last said it
section.
all. Okay, so this one is called "Heavy Marijuana Smoking May Cause Cancer Risk," researchers warn. And this was dated July 10, 2026 from Keck School of Medicine of USC. And let's see, I'm going to skip the summary and go straight to the meat and potatoes of this. As marijuana becomes legal in more states, many people assume it's relatively safe. But when it comes to cancer, the picture is less clear. While tobacco smoking has long been established as a major cause of lung cancer, scientists are still working to understand exactly how marijuana affects cancer risk, according to Brooks Oldesman, MD, a thoracic surgeon with USC Surgery at Keck Medicine of USC.
Jesus, some difficult words in there, Margaret. You nailed it. Nailed it.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's continue, shall we? Researchers continue to investigate whether smoking marijuana, I love that I keep saying marijuana because that's not really like a scientific name, if you will.
No,
But
you got to properly pronounce the J. Marijuana.
yeah, that's right. They're looking at whether it increases the likelihood of developing cancer. A recent Keck medicine study led by Niels Kokot, MD, oh Jesus, an otolaryngologist, fuck.
Hold on, Smee, you try.
Otolaryngologist.
Wow. Otolaryngologist.
It's a head and neck surgery.
Otolaryngologist. Closer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
who is the head of otolaryngology, head and neck surgery. That is a tongue twister. Wowzers. Found that people who smoked large amounts of marijuana appeared to have face a higher risk of both small cell lung cancer and non-small cell lung cancer.
Yeah.
In another
suddenly
study,
turned into a 1960s Donald Duck then.
In another study, Dr. Kokot and colleagues reported that people who used marijuana daily were 3.5 to 5 times more likely to develop head and neck cancers than non-users. Those cancers include those affecting the mouth, pharynx, larynx, oropharynx, with tongue and tonsils, and the back wall of the throat and nearby salivary glands. Although the evidence linking heavy marijuana smoking to cancer continues to grow, researchers still do not know exactly how much use is required before the risk begins to rise. What we don't know right now is the dose relationship, Dr. Udelsman said. So if someone smokes cannabis occasionally, once a week, once a month, or a few times a year, do they still have that same risk? My suspicion is that there is probably minimal risk. All we know right now is that people who smoke a lot of marijuana to the point where that they develop a dependency on it or require hospital care or evaluation for it do appear to have a higher cancer risk. Scientists are also investigating whether heavy marijuana use may be linked to other cancers, including bladder cancer and gastrointestinal cancers. With tobacco, we do see an increased prevalence of bladder cancer. Whether that relationship is also the same for heavy marijuana smoking, we do not know, he says. That's why we're trying to determine what the risks are so people can know what risks they're taking, he says. Smoking is not the only way people consume marijuana, but current evidence suggests that non-smoking methods, such as edibles, are unlikely to increase lung cancer. This doctor here would agree. Probably not, says Dr. Udelsman. The risk is harder to track because there isn't a lot of data on it yet, but as of now, there does not seem to be a relationship between edibles and lung cancer. We don't know yet if there is a link to other types of cancers, however.
Just,
According to
I find it strange how they put this news article out there on a scientific website and shit, and going on about how it may increase cancer risk. But I've heard I don't know or we don't know quite a lot of times so far through this article.
Like, well, I could summarize it like this: blah 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 blah. I don't know. Blah 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 blah. We're not sure. That's basically this article.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. According to it is kind of like it would be nice if they had something a little more concrete to report.
Yeah,
before
like
publishing this.
Stay quiet until you got some actual evidence, and then come and show us, because that's how you treat us when we were like, "Oh, cannabis helps with epilepsy." Like, yeah, but does it though? We should see some studies first. But this is fine. You're allowed to just make assumptions in this case.
They're like, if you smoke a ton of marijuana, you could get lung cancer, but if you do edibles, I don't think there's a correlation, but there could be to some other cancers. But I also feel like if you walk around in the world at all, you're at risk of getting cancer.
Yeah.
No matter what you do. Sorry, people. But, that's the world we live in. Anyway, Dr. Udelsman says that anything that causes long-lasting inflammation can raise the risk of cancer over time. Tobacco smoke contains more than 7,000 chemicals, about 70 of which are known to be associated with cancer. Some of these same chemicals are also found in marijuana smoke. He also notes that THC Marijuana's primary psychoactive ingredient is associated with conversion of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. These compounds can trigger inflammation and damage DNA. Anytime inflammation and changes to DNA occur, you're at risk for developing cancer. So THC causes the conversion of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. And yet we have an
Allegedly.
endocannabinoid. Yeah.
Allegedly.
However, they go on to say there's not enough evidence to confirm that secondhand marijuana smoke increases lung cancer risk. However, Dr. Udelsman said that it could potentially pose some risk because people nearby may inhale inflammatory particles that are believed to contribute to cancer development. Lung cancer is generally divided in two main categories: small cell lung cancer and non-small cell lung cancer. Small cell lung cancer has a particularly strong connection to tobacco smoking, but Dr. Udelman said it may also be associated with marijuana smoking. It's also almost unheard of to get small cell lung cancer without some type of inhalational injury, he adds. Non-small cell lung cancer also appears more frequently among people who smoke marijuana. We also see an increase in non-small cell lung cancer in smokers of both tobacco and wacky tobacco. So both types are increased compared to non-smokers.
We should have a list of all the different terms for cannabis. And like anytime they use marijuana, we make it our way through the list of different ways you can say marijuana.
Right.
Well, wacky tobacco. Nice.
When electronic cigarettes first became popular, many believed vaping tobacco would be safer than smoking it. However, doctors are now seeing serious inflammatory lung diseases linked to vaping, although not cancer itself. But we are starting to see some very severe inflammatory diseases, not cancers, but benign diseases from vaping. Because vaping
I
has
reckon
only
this guy's
been...
he's got the brown envelope from the big tobacco companies. You're like, you say this about the vapes.
But I think they're talking about they're talking about cigarette vapes, like nicotine vapes.
Yeah, nicotine vapes. Yeah.
Yeah, which are
they say that what's that popcorn lung thing they say about it causes, but I haven't got any evidence for. I don't know. I'm yet to see any evidence to say that it's extremely damaging the way cigarettes are. But I don't know. Show me the evidence.
Well, water is extremely bad for your health, Macky.
Yeah, so is oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
My only thing about the vapes is
air conditioning. That's another thing.
You do tend to use them more. Like, because I tried the nicotine vaping route before when I quit smoking cigarettes, and I just vaped like way more than I ever smoked cigarettes because it doesn't smell bad.
Yeah.
Like it smells like cotton
nice.
candy or whatever. I would vape in my car in the house, whatever. I would never do that when I was smoking. The kids started calling me vape god. It was that bad. So then I had to quit smoking and vaping. It was so dumb.
Yeah, but that was good to do. But it's like there's a hierarchy, and if you're gonna smoke, you should vape instead. And if you vape, then you should stop and just breathe in normal air instead.
Right. It's just I can see how people who are vaping often vape a lot more than they were probably smoking. But
and then cloudy ones, the cloud producers. What's the?
Oh yeah, I used to have one of those.
And they're massive. I used to have one. It was a beast. It was heavier than my phone. And
I think I had one of those too.
Massive clouds off this thing, which were very enjoyable. I had this blue mint kind of flavor vape juice called the Heisenberg. It was so fucking
Heisenberg.
delicious, man.
No way.
My vape was like just another. It was like a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine was like this big OSB thing.
Yeah.
And it was like I never did the nicotine thing. Mine was always THC. So I would, but you're so right. It was like, because it was like fruity, and sour nerds is my favorite. It was my favorite I ended up with.
Yeah.
And because it was so fruity and I made my own, I had an abundance of it. I was just like, always. Yeah, it was always in my hand, always talking.
Anyway, let me stop you there, Smee, before you carry on. Because I know what you like for your tangents. Margaret.
I was done.
No, you never know, bro. You were just about to carry on with another sentence. You told me you were done. Jeez. You heard him, Margaret. He was about to say more stuff, wasn't he?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we know what happens by now. So, yeah,
probably.
I'll skip the next couple of paragraphs because he's talking about like nicotine vapes, which don't really I don't know, don't really apply here. Despite these findings, Dr. Udelsman does not believe recreational marijuana will trigger, or sorry, I should say recreational devil's lettuce.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Will trigger a widespread lung cancer epidemic. I worry less about occasional use and the slight inflammation that it might cause for a temporary period. Your body probably recovers from that very quickly with very little damage, he says. I'm more worried about chronic heavy exposure. People are using the jazz cabbage every day, multiple times a day. That's where I think you can start to build up injury. Those are the people data today shows are at risk for developing cancer similar to tobacco. People who use
The piff.
the PIF, yes, heavily should discuss their habits with a healthcare provider. A doctor can help evaluate their personal cancer risk and determine whether additional screening or follow-up may be appropriate.
I love
And there
it.
you
This
have
is
it,
this is a great
folks.
new game for the show. We're going to carry this on. We can't use it reset every show. It'll reset, and every time any of us come to mention the word cannabis or marijuana, we have to change the word we're using, and you can't repeat, otherwise you lose a point.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I need to pull up a list here or something.
Damn.
That's right. Just make it up. It'll be all right.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah,
But yeah,
guess
I
that's true.
don't believe these guys. I think just a lot of assumptions, like for clickbait. I expect better as well when it's from places like Science Daily. You know, they should only release really good shit. It's not like an opinion newspaper. You know, it's
No,
it
it should
should
be
just
fact.
release the good
wrong
shit. You know,
stuff.
and there's too many I don't knows and maybes in this. You need to be able to back up the things you're saying with actual evidence before people believe it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do tend to agree with that because they haven't really backed any of this up with any actual numbers or
Yeah.
study or anything like that.
Mhm.
And then they bring up like tobacco smoke has more than 7,000 chemicals in it. Well, yeah, that's why it's carcinogenic because
Yeah.
there's so many of them that are really horrible for you. And I don't think you have that when you're smoking cannabis. And there's a way to mitigate the risk. Use a dry herb vape or
Yeah.
use edibles or whatever.
And you smoke less. If you're smoking
Yeah.
tobacco, you're gonna, I don't know, some people smoke a cigarette every fucking half an hour. You know, they go through a box of 20 a day, but nobody's
Yeah.
doing that with cannabis. You know?
Yeah, very few people. That would be considered pretty heavy use
Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
used less, and and I don't know, it just doesn't have that same chemical formula that this tobacco does, man. Tobacco is so full of nasty shit. It's incredible. I don't know how they get away with it. You know, they tell us like you can't have cannabis because it's dangerous, but then pump tobacco full of all this shit.
I know. How did that happen? I mean, you used to, back in the day, they'd be like, your doctor says that these brand of cigarettes are better than the other ones.
You know what I mean?
And
right.
It's just brown
like-
envelopes being passed around. That's all it is.
yeah,
Simple.
I guess so.
You know, like
I guess the
just
science
ignore
hadn't
this.
caught up yet either. They're like, how bad can it possibly be? And then
Mhm, mhm.
the tobacco companies probably knew.
Yeah,
They need
They're-
funding at the end of the day, don't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and if someone comes along with a big sack of money and says, "Just say this, and we'll give you this," and we'll go, "Okay, that's 2 years worth of study there."
Or just
Or a new
ignore-
Mercedes, because cunts.
Yeah, just ignore
Either
this
way.
certain section of the study. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's bullshit, man. And it's quite clear that that's the case as well. And I'm sure we'll find out more in the future as more of these cases get opened up. You know, it's terrible. Hold on, let's see this from Adam Bomb. Says talking about the tobacco companies gets me thinking about the alcohol lobbyists, and that gets me thinking about Mitch McConnell. Yeah, you think they've turned him into RoboCop yet? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm sure it takes a few days to get around to that. But gosh, interesting story there. Right, yeah. So just be careful with your consuming, everybody, because according to this, then cannabis will kill you. I should have said something else other than cannabis to be. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You failed on
Yep.
your first go.
Minus one.
It's
I
a
think
warm-up
though-
episode.
I do think
Yeah.
that maybe we should,
Gotcha.
swap in the slang terms when they use marijuana.
Yeah, just
And not worry about
marijuana.
cannabis. Yeah.
Yeah, cannabis
mean-
is fine.
Cut yourself some slack.
Yeah.
Well, that's what triggers it, right?
Yeah.
Marijuana is what triggers it.
Yeah.
Soon as that's said, that's it. Game's on
That's
Right.
right.
each week, because you can guarantee some fuckwit's going to use that. not any of us. Fuck it, that we read from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is going to say that. Anyway.
So yeah, let's go on to the next one. We have an interesting one here from West Korea, and I've discussed this before on the show. The title for it is "Smuggler Accepts Most of His Drug Mules Will Get Caught." And you see these people, they go to Thailand or all these different places. They buy a shitload of cannabis and try and bring it back, and they get caught. And I've explained. I watched this episode of Banged Up Abroad this one time, and the guy was coming back from Thailand or something. He had a shitload of hash on him, and he got caught by the police. But it's like they make a deal, these gangs, they make a deal with the police or the border force. Be like, I'll let you catch this one guy if you just ignore the other 10 that's going to come through. And then everybody's happy, you know? So some of these drug mules are just put out there as cannon fodder.
So the cops are in cahoots.
Allegedly, Margaret.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Happening for decades. That.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
So listen to
Allegedly.
this. The drug gangs are flooding the north of England with cheap cannabis grown overseas and sold to mimic slickly marketed legal. Oh no, I don't know another word. Skunk, legal super skunk from the United States, and BBC investigation has learned a thriving black market for, in quotation marks here, Cali weed, high potency strains originally cultivated in licensed dispensaries in California, has prompted an unprecedented wave of smuggling from dealers growing it in countries including Thailand. I wonder if they give us a whole list of all those countries, because there's fucking loads of them. One dealer boasted he made massive profits importing cannabis and described how he sent drug couriers from Thailand to the UK, even though he knew most will get caught. According to Home Office figures seen by the BBC, Border Force officials last year seized more than 167,000 kilograms of herbal cannabis, with an estimated street value of more than 2 billion Great British pounds. That's a shitload of money. Then the government's going to take tax of that, say at least 25%. That's £500 million in tax revenue just from this year that the government could have been pulling in. But instead, they decide to spend that money trying to enforce bullshit cannabis laws. Ridiculous.
Yes, for the old herbal cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard
The
it
highest
referred
amount
to
ever
that way.
recorded, up 52% from 2024. And we mentioned this before as well in one of the previous articles where they said, there's been record arrests. And do you think it has any correlation with the fact that we now have legal growers in the UK, legal businesses that produce cannabis and sell it to their patients? So all of a sudden, they're like, oh, we better stop all the fake shit coming in because it's taking customers away from these
100%.
companies. You know what I mean? It's the only thing that
100%.
makes sense. There's no reason why it would just suddenly increase so much. It's just that they're going out there catching it more.
Yep.
Ridiculous, man. But the haul equivalent of 2 fully loaded large passenger jets included 28 tons of cannabis flown in suitcases by 800 couriers who were arrested by National Crime Agency. With devil cannabis. Look at this spike in herbal cannabis seizures. You can see how there's been a sudden increase. I mean, look there. If you watch it on screen, see where it says 2018. You can estimate it's just before the 2019. See, nothing. COVID happened, so that's going to keep everything low anyway. And then 2022, boom! Look how much it's fucking nearly tripled in the amount of people. Because we're starting there from 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. It's gone up 5-fold.
That's
That's a
crazy.
crazy
That's
amount.
that's a huge change.
Does that correlate with the fact that it got legalized for medical use and there's companies growing it and passing brown envelopes around allegedly?
Of course,
Yep.
you have to protect the capitalists.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely does correlate.
Yeah. Suppliers are running industrial-sized operations in parts of the world where laws governing the cultivation of cannabis have been relaxed, including Thailand, Canada, and parts of the US, and illegally importing multiple kilogram loads to the UK for huge profits. So legalized. You see how the other places that they kind of like legalized it because they're using sensible policies. But no, not the UK. The Class B drug is flown by quote unquote mules. No, not actual mules. They're people. All right. Posted or shipped, hidden in a cargo and distributed to middle level dealers who target young users on social media and encrypted apps with glossy Cali packs bearing names like Gelato, Cali Cookies, and Runts. See that? Yeah, exotic, glossy Cali packs. Fucking
Yep.
ridiculous. And there's so much shit going wrong, and we can have a few brief tangents because we've only got a few stories to cover today, so we can go into more details here. But we had the Legal Growers UK on the show recently and brought some attention to some of the bullshit that's going on in the UK. So this cannabis gets into the country, goes down into these lower level dealers, and then they'll go out, for example, and they'll take £10-20 worth of cannabis to some young kids out on the streets, and they are unable to pay it back, and then they're like, oh, you can't pay it back, we're going to beat you up unless you start selling this weed for us. And they're like, okay, yeah, I can sell some weed for you to make the money back, no problem. So they give them a couple of ounces. Conveniently for some, that person, that young kid who used to owe £20 for weed, has now got £400-500 worth of weed on him, gets robbed. Now he owes the gang £400-500, but he can't cover. So the gang's like, don't worry about it. You can just sell some weed up north in the country. Here's some more weed. Then he gets robbed again. And then it's like, oh, you owe us £2,000 now. So, but it's all right. Don't worry about it. I'll pay for your passport, pay for your holiday. You go over to Thailand and just bring back this 10 kilos of cannabis for me.
That's a fact. So they set them up right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this happens all the time. It's part of the process of, it's part of the legacy market here in the UK. And you know what can make it stop, done, dusted? Legalize and regulate. Simple as that.
Right.
But they won't fucking do it. It's absolutely shameful. Or will they do it? We'll discuss that a little bit later.
Ooh, a little teaser there. I like it.
It's a little bit fucked up, man. Things need to change. The NCA told the BBC it had seen a huge increase in profit-seeking gangs bringing in shit. I need to think of a word. We've already used so many.
I've got one, but I'm saving it for me.
I don't blame you all, Smee. I don't blame you all. Jesus.
The old ganja.
The sticky icky. There we go. I got one.
Dang it.
I got one. Yeah,
Was
bring
that
it
yours,
in.
Smee?
Sticky icky from overseas by exploiting laws around its production. Health experts are linking dangerous levels of THC, the drug's psychoactive ingredient, with a rise in cases of psychosis. Yeah, they're linking it on purpose. There's no correlation, in my opinion. I haven't seen any studies yet. Psychiatrist Dr. Marta DeForti, who led the UK's big... I was waiting for a review there. It was probably a 7.
Oh,
who led
that
the
was,
UK's...
well
That was a
executed.
4 for asking for a review.
very true. Thank you, Smee. Thank you for reminding me of that. Who led the cannabis UK? The UK's biggest study on cannabis and psychosis said, "I'm very concerned about the potency of cannabis on the streets right now." Police sources said the northwest of England was in the UK's principal distribution hub for both overseas and homegrown cannabis. Look at all that cannabis on the screen. Look at it. It's out there trying to kill people.
All right. Can you see how stabby it is?
Yeah, look how stabby it is. You know, it's holding a knife there. It's coming for you on its e-bike.
At any time, they can just go pop, and you're all gone.
That's right.
You know.
Home Office figures show the region saw the highest number of police seizures outside of London. Per head of population, the detection rate in Merseyside was higher than in any part of England or Wales in the year to March. The NCA said 4 out of 5 cannabis seizures at UK airports came from Thailand, where legalizations in 2022 prompted a freewheeling market and strong interest from British drug syndicates. It had been hoped that attempts to tighten Thai laws by restricting cannabis to those with doctor's prescriptions and banning the drug's recreational use would reduce the amount reaching the UK streets. It's like, you expect another country to change its laws for your fucked up shit? The sense of entitlement from the UK right here, well, the UK government.
You know, didn't the UK, weren't they involved in like the opium wars where they were flooding China? with
Allegedly,
opium?
Margaret,
China
this isn't a
didn't
history
want
podcast. This is not a
didn't
history podcast.
want
Let's move on.
Their opium.
Let's move. Let's not talk about this.
Okay.
Gosh.
Okay, sorry for bringing up facts.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
How dare you,
We don't
Margaret?
know how.
You're talking about the motherland. Have you know?
We don't know how locky up over tweets Andy Burnham's going to be, so we're on edge right now,
That's right.
Margaret. We
That's
don't know
right.
what we can and can't say.
Okay,
You're
that's
okay
fair.
to say what you like, but we have to be
Yes.
Okay, fair.
careful. Where are we? The law bit there. But the BBC has heard from the British smuggling gang still sending contraband to the UK, mimicking the sought-after Cali product, but growing it on the cheap in unlicensed conditions. One trafficker told the BBC how he recruits Vietnamese farmers to grow the drug on idyllic Thai islands before smuggling it into Manchester, Liverpool, and parts of Yorkshire. We met the British supplier, known in the underground as a plug, at an undisclosed location in the north of England after being introduced by a source close to the UK drugs trade. The drug boss, who called himself Z, told how he evaded new laws governing production in Thailand by bringing in local farmers. He said he paid them the equivalent of about £100 for 10 days' work, but denied exploiting them. He added, "It's a career for them. They're part of the team. I have a low staff turnover to keep profits high." There we go. He sounds like a really nice guy,
He
doesn't
sure
he?
does. He's not exploiting them. They have health benefits. I mean, come
I
on.
mean, they're getting paid. They got a job. It's okay. Z, whose identity we are not revealing in order to get an insider's view of this illicit trade, said he used seeds sourced from the respected Doja dispensary in California, where they are legal to buy but illegal to export, to make it look like it was a real deal. There is no suggestion that Doja has acted improperly. Z said he sold the drugs under the names of the strains popular with smokers wanting the high-end product. He explained, "It cost me about 350 Great British pounds sterling to produce a kilo. My buyers in the UK would pay 10 times that, up to 3,500 a kilo. I don't have to grow it in California to make money. The overheads would be too high." And yeah, and it's as simple as that. You know, why would you pay shitloads of money for people to grow it in California when you can pay 350 quid for, was it £100 for 10 days to people in fucking Cambodia and shit? It's crazy.
Which is a lot. Which is kind of a lot of money to them, to be fair.
You're
It's
doing him
all
a favour,
relative.
any Smee. He's doing him a favour. He's not exploiting him.
Well, I'm not saying he's doing him a favour, but you know, I'd quite happily do it on a nice idyllic island, growing weed all day, getting paid.
That did
'Cause
sound
like,
nice.
Lobster,
Yeah.
lobster. Friend of mine was in Thailand. He says you can eat out like a king every night for 20 quid, 4 of you. Simple
Yeah.
as. He says it's
Yeah.
so cheap. Lobster, steak, the lot. He says it's so cheap. So yeah, that sounds like a great job for me.
So get in touch with Smee. You can find him.
That's right. We're gonna find out Smee moved to Thailand.
All of a sudden he's gone.
Smee lives alone on an idyllic island.
You know what I mean? He's
for a
just there
week
with
by
bad
himself.
internet connection now because he's
Yeah.
it's on the other side of the world. Anyway, it's still grown to strong spec,
Starlink
just
now,
like
boy.
California. He showed the BBC photographers. No, sorry, he showed the BBC photographs of what he said was his stash, a safe house in Thailand, stocked with triple vacuum packs ready to be sent to the northwest of England, chiefly Liverpool, Manchester, and parts of Yorkshire. He said he pocketed half of the proceedings of each consignment reaching the UK, with each being worth up to 250 $250,000 Great British pounds. Jesus. Intoxicated, is subheading here. Z described how he smuggled the drugs into the UK by air using couriers via the post or by shipping. He said his couriers bring back 2 suitcases, each containing about 20 kilograms of cannabis. While Z said you are usually allowed to fly with suitcases weighing up to 23 kilos, limiting the weight to 20 kilos helped keep the customs office off the scent. It better be wrapped up well to keep them off the scent. He said, "We get them a return ticket to Bangkok from a travel agent we use in India, so it can't be traced. Then we show them." So, taking notes, everybody. Then we show them a good time. Take them to Pattaya, get them girls, mushrooms, coke, whatever they want. When they are so intoxicated, you have had 3 or 4 days of partying. It's time for them to do what they came for. So we just put it on them. Take these bags. He added. You see what I mean? Just exploiting them. He added, once it's done and picked up, they'll get 10 grand. And then the words spread. If I send 10 through and 9 get caught, I still make profit. Most couriers get caught, but if they were stopped in Thailand, they were just told to take it back where it came from. When challenged whether he was coercively controlling couriers for his own ends, he said, "No, it's more of a bartering system. They want something, and I want something. It goes hand in hand." On Z's boasts about making a tenfold profit on each crop, the NCA threat leader led for border vulnerabilities, Paul Pantry, said, "I can't go into specifics, but that figure sounds realistic." He added, "Let's be clear, the organized crime groups behind these importations are brazen and ruthless. They don't care about the couriers, and they can afford to absorb the cost of losing them here and there because the profits are so high." One courier, a 59-year-old man from South Yorkshire, told BBC he agreed to bring back 2 suitcases to pay off a heroin and crack debt he had in the thousands of pounds. He said, "I was in trouble. I was being violated. So I had to find a way to pay it. Then I was offered a chance to go to Thailand and bring something back. I was desperate. In total, now I've been 6 months mostly to pay off my debts." He's been 6 times mostly to pay off his debts. Mostly. Asked if he felt people were preying on his desperation, he said, "Not really. I didn't have much choice or time, so I was offered a way out and took it." Yes, mate. They were preying on your desperation.
Yeah, I'm not sure he doesn't see that.
Yeah, but
I mean-
how much was he in debt for? Because if it's 10 grand a trip and he's done it how many times? 9.
Mhm.
Fuck me, like 100 grand in heroin.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
debt. Jesus Christ. At this point, I think, well, that's your own fault, mate.
Were they preying on his desperation? He's just like, I didn't have
Or
much choice.
stupidity.
It's like, I think
Yeah.
that sounds like they're preying on desperation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
And it's like I
Yeah.
said, he got a small drug debt, couldn't pay it back. They probably give him some to sell to try and pay it back, and then he got robbed conveniently for them. So then he had even more to pay back, and then it's like, oh well, now go to Thailand first. So it's just that easy to make sure that they've got themselves in their pocket to go and send somebody abroad and bring back a shitload of money for them, 250k and shit. It's a lot. It's a lot, and he takes half, 125k. You know, this is why so many people are getting caught with this shit. And then you have to ask, are the people who is this guy responsible for that? So he got caught on his first run back, and now he's going to get locked up in prison for 10 years for supply or something. Is it really his fault? When he's a victim of crime himself, has been forced to do something he didn't want to do because of crime, and now he's going to face all this time in prison for something that was essentially not his fault. He had to do it, otherwise they were going to, I don't know, beat him
but
up,
he didn't,
kill
he
him,
didn't have to put
hurt
the
a family
heroin in
member.
his arm to start with.
No, but addiction is a strange thing. We can't hold people
It is-
responsible for it.
yeah. I'm just saying, it's like, I'm just being devil's advocate.
But he did put the heroin in
He
his
put
arm,
it.
and
He
then
put it in there.
there was an addiction for
There was
whatever reason.
there was his choice right there. There was his out right there. Not doing it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
No, because
So
some
ignorant.
drugs.
So ignorant.
No, it's just that I'm not ignorant. I just know that some drugs can take a hold of you from the first go, and stuff like that shouldn't be messed with. And I've never messed with that stuff, so I don't find myself having to bring back kilograms of cannabis for.
You're not even thinking
heroin
about it?
dealers. I'm thinking about working on the island, mate. Fuck the mule. I want to be like the dude that
The guy who
grows it.
sends them. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I've got a
fuck it,
plan
yeah.
now.
Got a
Wow,
plan now,
I'm going to
lads.
go find a group of utes tomorrow. I'm going to take an
Yeah.
ounce out. I'm going to...
We've got no other prospects other than social media, so let's have them at it. Also, he says 250 grand for that pallet of weed that we saw at the beginning of the thingy, and that's probably the first time someone's actually nailed a decent price for amount of weed that we've seen. Because if it had been the police, that would have been a £5 million heist.
Yeah.
So,
Let's
yeah,
finish this off. Got a little bit left to do on this one. Asked if he felt people were being preyed on desperation. He said no. Z said he also recruited fresh faces, people you wouldn't suspect, backpacker types. Not girls though. Girls are too emotional. Many traffickers used young women to bring back cannabis from Thailand, however, leading to a string of arrests. They include 19-year-old Bella Cooley from Teesside, who was caught and jailed in Georgia with 12 kilograms of the ganj and 2 kilograms of hashish bound for the UK. She was released from prison in November after accepting a plea bargain. She claims she had been coerced and tortured into smuggling the drugs. The 28 tons seized by NCA included 19 tons at Heathrow, where officers made 530 arrests, and about 5 tons at Manchester, where 145 suspected mules were detained. Couriers are often told they will get away with a fine or suspended prison sentence if they are caught by Ministry of Justice. Figures show that in the year to June 2025, 80% of the 840 people sentenced for importing Class B drugs were jailed. The number of people sentenced had risen from 209 in the previous 12 months. Tightening security at airports has left traffickers looking for alternative smuggling methods. The BBC understands, with the Post considering a viable option. Now, just you see how they didn't make. They said 80% of these people were jailed. How long for? Z said, I bought in 10 keys, which are kilos at time, in vacuum-packed parcels, 10 addresses, a kilo to each address. I just pay someone to take delivery, usually in weed. They are happy with that. Thai and British authorities have clamped down on postal deliveries, though. Z said traffickers had responded by turning to shipping instead. He showed the BBC pictures of cans of popcorn in which he had concealed 250 grams of drugs and shipped them to the UK before Christmas. Z said the cannabis he imports is broken down by dealers who often sell it in 3.5 gram deals, what's known on the street as an eighth or a King Henry, or if you're in Canada, a half quarter. There
Well,
we
that's
go.
in Ontario. If you're in Ontario,
Or Cornerstone.
specifically.
Yeah, or Cornerstone. Yeah, Cornerstone in his half quarters.
A quarter of a grand, that.
And they're using a glossy packaging bought online. Moonlight OG Kush in the picture there. The BBC found dozens of online head shops selling shiny 3.5 plastic pouches for as little as 25 pence, with eye-catching graphics featuring all of the sought-after Cali brands. Dealers then tout their wares to buyers on Instagram and Snapchat, offering a menu of the latest strains with pictures, videos, and the price. Rob, from Liverpool, not his real name, is a former grower who spends up to £600 a month on high-end smokes. The 37-year-old said the cannabis on the streets has changed massively over the years. You used to get skunk in a clip bag and you knew it was a clean smoke, but now everyone's after Kelly. It's blown up. It's got your influencers and rapper videos and colourful shiny packaging, which draws younger people in. The problem is, he says, the product on the streets isn't what it says on the tin. It's grown on the cheap in places like Thailand and labelled as one of the Cali strains, but it's highly likely that it's being sprayed with some kind of synthetics, plant growth hormones to increase the yield and boost intensity and weight and make it look like Cali weed. That's everyone's after. Most of the stuff on the streets now is awful and everyone's cutting corners. That's right. How much longer is it going on for? It's going
I've been saying to one of my friend's son has been going on about all this Cali weed and this, that, and I'm like, it's all the same stuff, mate. Trust me, it's all probably grown in a warehouse somewhere and then just distributed in different packaging. It's all marketing and it's all this social media stuff and blah blah blah. Yeah. And this is, all the proof I needed. Yeah,
we've seen it for a while. All this bullshit, and they're claiming it's Cali weed. It ain't Cali weed. It'd be in Amsterdam when they're like, oh, 35 £35 for a 3.5 because it's or like £80 for a 3.5. Ridiculous money because it's Cali weed. It's not fucking Cali weed. It's full of shit. It's just weed, man.
Sweet. What also really annoys me about this is that these dealers are also like selling this shit on Instagram, and I get fucking shadow banned all the time. Fuck you, man.
Right.
I'm not selling shit. I mentioned cannabis, and they're like, "Oh, we can't show your stuff to what blah blah." I'm like, it just drives me crazy.
So, and this is why when they say that they're trying to cut down on crime, cut down on drugs and all this lot, and we're gonna smash the drug empire. They're not at all, because the drug empire is right in front of them on Instagram. And
exactly.
It never gets taken down.
I get shadow banned, or I've seen so many people get accounts like just completely suspended forever. And yeah, you can go and buy meds online on Instagram.
Put it this way. People have been arrested in this country for saying naughty words as far as Starmer's concerned, and they've been arrested within like hours of it being going up on social media. So no way did they not know what's going on. It's bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah, meta sucks. I said it.
Everything sucks.
But yeah, so I don't know. But, just don't do this kind of shit. We are a podcast for people who grow their own cannabis at home. But it's just not worth any kind of this madness, man. Just stay away from this legacy market. Grow your own cannabis. Stay the fuck out of all this madness, importing shit, mules, long prison sentences, man. It's just not worth the fucking risk. Never do it. Stay safe and just grow your own cannabis at home. Simple.
I was just joking about the island thing. My island is my 4x4. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's got all the same climate as a
You've made your
freaking
own little
island.
idyllic island.
Exactly. I can go sit in there, put some wave music on.
Yeah.
Eagles. And, I'm happy as Larry.
So let's do
There
your
you
one,
go.
Smee. Let's talk about strain review roundup.
Yeah, well, I thought with Billy not being here today, and he's been doing some reviews just lately, I thought I'd pick this.
Is this some fire Cali weed that you're reviewing today?
It's the strain review roundup, yes.
Okay.
What's worth smoking in 2026? So the rise of exotic indoor genetics. So it's more about the genetics more than the legacy market, I think, this though. So we're good. So the cannabis landscape of 2026 is defined by a distinct shift towards premiumization and exclusivity. As the market matures, consumers are moving away from bulk commodity flower and gravitating towards meticulous cultivated exotic indoor strains. This trend is not merely a passing fad, but a structural evolution in how growers approach cultivation and how consumers value their experience. Brands like Excel Wellness are leading the charge by expanding their online availability with high-end indoor genetics that prioritize potency, purity, and complex terpene profiles. The demand for these specific strains reflect a broader consumer desire for international consumption, where the quality of the plant material is paramount. Indoor cultivation for precise control over environmental variables such as light, spectra, humidity, and temperature. This level of control results in dense trichome-rich buds that preserve delicate aromatic compounds, often lost in outdoor or greenhouse settings. Do you find you lose aromatic compounds and terpenes growing outdoors opposed to indoor, Margaret?
No, I don't really think
No,
so.
I don't think
But
anybody's ever mentioned that. It's new to me.
I mean, you can control a lot of variables when you're growing indoor, but some people find outdoor to be like where it's at.
Yeah.
I think just any cannabis grown with care and on a smaller scale is kind of what they're referring to. So I think especially if you're aware there's a legal market like in Canada, you're probably sick of all this like industrially grown shit that's in a gazillion thousand square foot greenhouse, and they're just trying to grow it for as cheap as possible.
Yeah.
That's what people don't want. They want something nice.
So the 2026 market sees a surge in availability of these indoor grown exotics, signaling that the premium segment is becoming more accessible to a wider audience. Growers are investing heavily in climate-controlled facilities to produce strains that often consist of superior smoking experience, setting a new standard for what consumers expect from their flower. So summer 2026 top-tier selections. So as the warmer months arrive, the conversation around cannabis shifts to strains that complement the season's energy and lifestyle. The best cannabis strains of summer 2026 are categorized by the vibrant terpene profiles and balance effects that enhance social gatherings, outdoor adventures, and relaxation without inducing heavy sedation. Reviewers and connoisseurs have highlighted a dozen standout varieties that exemplify the seasonal shift. These selections are not chosen for their THC content alone, but their ability to prove a clean, uplifting, and flavorful experience. Among top recommendations are sativa dominant hybrids that feature citrus, tropical fruit, and earthy tones. These strains are bred to offer mental clarity and creative stimulation, making them ideal for daytime use. The focus is on strain that deliver a smooth smoke and minimal throat irritation, a testament to a proper curing and trimming techniques. Consumers are increasingly seeking out genetics that provide a euphoric lift without anxiety, a balance that requires careful breeding and selection. The popularity of these summer-specific strains underscores the importance of making cannabis varieties of the context of use, enhancing the overall enjoyment of the season. Okay, understanding the THCA phenomena. Sorry, my mouse is playing up. I can't scroll. There we go. A significant driver of the current market dynamics is the widespread availability of the consumer education surrounding the THCA flower. Tetrahydrocannabinol acid, or THCA, is the non-psychoactive precursor for the THC found in raw and live cannabis plants. When heated through smoking, vaping, or cooking, THCA decarboxylates into THC, and the compound responsible for the classic psychoactive high. In 2026, THCA flower has become a staple in both recreational and medicinal cabinets, offering a legal and potent alternative to many jurisdictions. Is that right?
Yep, that's
Yep.
it.
Cool. I've never seen that word spelled out. That's so weird. Freaks me. The appeal of THCA lies in the high potency and the preservation of the plant's full spectrum and cannabinoids and terpenes. Because of often sold as raw flower, it retains the integrity of the plant material, provided a robust experience for users. The expansion of online retailers offering exotic indoor THCA strains indicate a sophisticated consumer base that understands the chemistry behind the choices. This shift allows users to enjoy high THC effects while navigating varying regulatory landscapes. The clarity around the THC is and how it interacts with the body has demystified the product, encouraging more users to experiment with high quality flower options. Terpene profiles and sensory experience. So, the heart of the modern cannabis experience lies in the terpene profile. Terpenes are aromatic compounds responsible for the distinct smell and flavor of different strains, but they also play a crucial role in the effects experienced by the user. In 2026, the industry is placing greater emphasis on terpene-rich genetics that offer complex and nuanced sensory experiences. Strains are being selected not just for potency, but for their ability to deliver specific aromas ranging from pine and diesel to berry and lavender and dog shit and sick. Sorry, I just added that little bit there. Yeah, you've got to add them.
And piss. And don't forget piss.
Oh,
Cat
yeah.
piss.
Sorry, I forgot the cat piss.
Delicious cat piss.
See, I'm a dog person more than a cat person, so.
Yep. Cat piss, dog shit, mixed all together. Delicious.
Yeah, maybe I could get into cats. Research continues to highlight the entourage effect, where terpenes work synergetically with cannabinoids to modulate the high. For instance, myrcene is known for its sedative properties, while limonene can elevate mood. Consumers are becoming more adept to identifying the terpene profiles they prefer. Hopefully, because we tell them every week. You should look for that. Driving demand for strain that offers specific sensory benefits. The exotic indoor strain mentioned earlier are particularly notable for their high terpene percentages, offer exceeding 3% to 5%, which results in more flavorful and effective experience. The focus on terpenes marks a maturation in the industry, moving beyond mere THC content to the holistic appreciation of the plant's chemical complexity. And I think, do you know what? I think the home grower has got a lot to do with that, because the home grower has changed the way it's looked at. It's not just about THC context, which is what the legacy market's all about. I think us home growers have pushed this terpenes, the smell, the approach, not so much potency, but more, more
Right.
taste, smell, and
Yeah.
experience. I think that's down to us home growers. Well, more so in the US because you can talk about it, not so much us. So international consumption in challenging times. So amidst economic uncertainties, the social shift acts of consuming cannabis has taken on the new dimension of internationality. Sorry, real bad. Hard times have prompted many users to reevaluate their relationship with the plant, moving from casual or habitual use to more mindful and purposeful consumption. This trend, often referred to as international talking, emphasizes the quality of the session over the quantity of the product. Users are seeking strains that provide therapeutic benefits, stress relief, and mental clarity rather than just escapism. And I think they're kind of right at that. I think people are looking for a little bit more in the strains now than just high THC content. I know I do.
It kind of pissed me off, this article did, because the title of it, Strain Review Roundup, What's Worth Smoking in July 2026, and then it
Didn't
mentions no
list
strains.
a single strain, yeah.
No, what they was talking about more is what to look at in strains, like the terpene profiles, the potency and how it was grown, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I was expecting him to at least have a little list of, right,
You know what I'm saying?
now all that's been said,
Mm-hmm.
these are the ones that we've seen fit that profile. So, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately it
But
didn't.
still, yeah, it's good advice. Look
It
for
is. I think
shit with a lot of terpenes,
Well, I think it's just I think we've done this. Like I said, a home grower. We've pushed for this sort of stuff. If it was just left to legacy market and the medicinal market,
Yeah.
they didn't. Like we said last week, we don't give a fuck what they put in the pills that they sell you over the pharmacy, let alone what's going into the weed medicinally. And the people that's on the legacy market, as this geezer, whatever his name was, said earlier, don't give a fuck what it is. Markets it's all grown the same, but markets is something different. I think we, the home growers, have demanded that it can't just be this. And the companies that are selling our seeds are now getting into that and starting to do us some really good strains.
Yeah.
So
We'll see what happens.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yes.
We're gonna maybe this time next year will be legal in the UK. We'll see, because we have this. I mean, it's kind of news. It's just been shit that's going on the internet over the last couple of days. With the guy who was on the show recently from Legal Growers UK, and Gary Yowds was also been on the show as well. Well, those guys have been working together on some stuff, right? For those in the US or Canada, you might not follow British politics, though you should, because it's invigorating, entertaining TV. But Keir Starmer's going to resign. Well, he's already resigned. They're just looking for who's going to replace him, who's going to be the head of the party. For a better way to explain it so you can understand it is, say the Democrats, say Trump's in power now, but Trump resigns, who's going to replace Trump? And it's going to be somebody from the Republican Party. You know what I mean? So instead of running in an election, it's just like, oh, let's put somebody else in charge. It
would be like JD Vance, wouldn't it?
No, because that's like the vice president. It's just
right,
like somebody random in the party, like Ted Cruz. Let's just put Ted Cruz in there.
We don't have like a vice president, do we? We don't have like a vice prime minister. We just have the prime minister and his cabinet. So it could be any one of that cabinet.
right.
Yeah, and it looks like the guy who's going to take charge, even though it hasn't been decided yet. Well, we've known from before Keir Starmer even stepped down, but it's going to be Andy Burnham. Well, this guy potentially could be legalizing cannabis. There's some rumors about this shit, because I'll just read what we got here, and this is from Legal Growers UK Instagram page with a little video on it. There's Andy Burnham is exploring legalized cannabis in the UK. A Burnham aide, somebody who's helping the party, helping his election, has reached out to Mr. Yowds of the Chilling Rooms, the oldest continuously running cannabis harm reduction centre, requesting detailed information about how the club operates and the benefits it brings to the local community, discussing the potential for replication nationwide. With the government facing a £15 billion shortfall, Burnham is looking to cannabis legalization as a way to generate billions in new tax revenue, as well as saving in policing, prisons, courts, and probation costs. Burnham's team has been taking input from Mr. Youds in the chilling rooms as part of developing a blueprint for a uniquely British model of cannabis legalization.
Oh,
Well, that's the
as
best
John would
news
say.
I've heard coming out of the UK in a long time.
Well, Keir
Yeah.
Starmer's resigned, so it's the
Yeah.
second best news we've had
Okay,
coming out
well,
of
yeah.
the
I was
UK.
maybe
Some time,
specific
but
to weed news.
I want
but-
to, I want to pick a couple of points off this. Is the 15 billion shortfall? Macky,
Mhm.
in your story earlier, you was talking about a £2 billion pound a year thing that the government would have got 20% of if it was blah blah blah. But
And then
probably
that
more.
was just
25.
one fucking
Yeah.
section of the market.
And that
you know?
was exactly that. I was going to say that. That was one tiny little fucking thingy. Imagine how many businesses we could actually get doing that. And then this 15 billion shortfall would just disappear. And the second thing is if this doesn't fucking go ahead, you can damn well guarantee Mr. Youds, as they call him, from the chilling rooms, it's got nothing to do with him because he will be champion like a motherfucker for us right now. He will be giving it everything he can possibly give to fucking convince these fucking slack-jawed cunts. I mean, allegedly.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Um,
got spicy.
Yeah,
to-
say what you
to-
really
to
feel.
do some of that.
See?
So there's two things there. We could totally kill this 15 billion shortfall and bring so much more money in, because the UK economy is fucked right now and we need it. And
No, it is.
secondly,
We're doing great. Keir Starmer did great things.
it ain't going to be our side that lets the side down here, if you know what I'm saying. So the ball really is in this fucking the government's court right now.
I'm going to agree with Cornerstone in the chat there. He said, it sounds promising, but I've got excited over all the years. Rumours are generated to support a vote or public credibility, but the powers that be always stop it, then it's never mentioned again. Avoid. 100% agree. I mean, I've been in this game for a long time, like 20 years and shit. Not growing weed. No, fucking using cannabis. I've been using cannabis for like 25 years. Growing cannabis for 18, something like that. A long fucking time.
You've
and
lived in
through
this
all
country
that
all your
time,
life.
exactly. And all this time, I've been like, it's next year. Next year for sure. Legalized next year. All right, maybe it's 2 years. No, okay, maybe it's a year. And for every year, being like that. And until like after 2018, when we got legalized for medical use, and it's like 18 months, all these other countries, they legalized for medical, then 18 months after it's legalized for recreational use. After fucking 2 years, it was like, it's never going to happen, is it? And we're here now, still not legal for recreational use, when it's the only logical option to solve so many fucking problems. But they just ignore it. Just ignore it. And I will never believe it's going to happen until it's happened. Even the day before, when they're like, if it's like, we're going to legalize cannabis, it's going to be legalized on the 1st of September. I'll be like, yeah, sure. Speak to me on the 2nd of September. You know what I mean?
So you
Can't
think
trust
this is
these fuckers.
just another big cock tease?
Well, why would I think that? It's a politician. He's obviously telling the truth.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's
The only
interesting.
thing that differs is that they've actually brought someone in from our community.
Yeah.
And said they've brought someone in from our community. This is like public knowledge now. They can't not address this once it's been, because the mainstream media ain't gonna pick up on this, but damn right we've picked up on this because this is our bread and butter. This is our community, and the cannabis community in West Korea, is massive allegedly.
So when you say he's brought in people from the community, do you mean he's bringing in people from the cannabis industry to consult?
No, Gary Youds, he's
Youds.
for like, I don't know, 20, 30 years, this guy has been at the forefront of cannabis activism in the UK. And he keeps on opening up a coffee shop, a consumption lounge in the UK when people can come along and consume cannabis. He gets arrested, goes to prison, comes back out, opens up the thing again. And he's been on this cycle
But they're
for
getting
25
input
years.
from this guy.
Yeah, and now they've decided, obviously this guy knows what he's doing. Let's have a little chat with him and see what he wants and how this shit is done.
I mean, that seems more promising.
And he's got good ideas. He's been on the show and he's explained what his whole process is. Because he wants home growers to support the consumption lounges. And then he goes on about an app he's going to make. Listen to his interview to get all his ideas. But you pretty much, you verify, the customer verifies, oh, this grower's good, we get good weed from him. We get good weed from this, bad weed from him. And the market just does its thing. And,
Yeah,
you know,
like Uber.
Yeah.
When people get
for
Ubers,
weed.
they rate the driver, they rate the car was stinky, they this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And then that Uber driver, if he didn't fucking pick it up, he's out. Nobody goes for him anymore.
Yeah.
And it'll be the same with this, you know.
And it'd be a good way to do things, man. I think so.
Yeah, brilliant way.
It's the best way.
Self-regulating.
Yeah. Self-regulating. Government needs to stay the fuck out of it.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we'll see what happens.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
That's
interesting.
that's interesting. Very interesting.
And he will be in power if he does take power, because we don't know who's going to be in charge of the party yet. Could be anybody. I'm speaking with a massive amount of sarcasm because we know who it's going to be. But I think that's going to take place on the 20th of July is when he's going to officially take power. Is that right, Smee? Have you heard that too?
This Andy Burnham guy?
Something like that, yeah.
This Andy Burnham
The thing is, isn't Andy Burnham now our only hope for this? Because Boudica was talking about how Nigel Farage was looking at doing that, but he stepped down. So
Yeah, Nigel Farage is going to be back in office soon, though. He's
Well, I
stepped
hope so.
down. Another election he's running, so he can run again after this whole scandal with the 5 million crypto payoff. He's
Right.
stepped down, and then there's going to be an election, and he's going to run for it, and he's going to be like, "See, the people don't mind, so get the fuck off my back about 5 million." I think
Yeah.
that's what his intention is, but
yeah.
we're still a long way from that. So
Well,
don't hold your breath, everybody.
The thing is, Labour pulls
Yeah.
out all the stops to try and just besmirch anybody that stand against them. So.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying, because all politicians, when their mouth's moving, they're lying.
Yeah.
I get that, but
Mhm.
some of them do it more than others. I'd rather have the ones that don't do it as much.
By
as
the top
ones
says
that...
there as well. I've got no faith, but that's me. Same, mate. I've got no faith either. That's the way it is. And they've done this to us. We would like to be optimistic and think that it's on the horizon, but over so many years of just being disappointed over and over again, we're in a position where we just don't have that faith anymore. I mean, we're not optimistic anymore, and rightfully so. We've been burned too many times. If we were still optimistic at this stage, we would be considered as crazy people, and we have paranoia because of the mind-altering super skunk we've been consuming for all these years. So, rightfully so, we have no fucking faith. When it happens, it happens. Just
My faith's in Gary, not the government. Now Gary's involved. My faith's in him. And
Hopefully
the
he can
fact
get shit
that
done.
15 billion shortfall. These greedy cunts. You know what I mean?
Anyway, so there we go for the cannabis news and events. Not much to say over at the forum. I think, other than Cookie Grow winning Plant of the Month, congratulations to him.
Yeah, well
Anything
done,
else on the
Cookie.
forum? I think I've been too busy this week to really keep an eye on things. Just maybe shout out to Turpopotamus. If you're hearing us, bro, we haven't heard from you for a while. We are worried about you. He's just vanished, gone off radar. So just let us know that you're safe. All right? Yeah, but that's it.
Yep.
Let's go to the smoke break.
Oh, I will say one
Oh,
last thing. Sorry.
We're on
if
smoke
there's-
break, but
there's
I'll
a
include
thing.
it in the news. Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing a Q&A coming up, like just on the podcast or whatever. So if anybody has any
Sweet.
questions, they can just send them my way.
Is it going to be live?
No. Although I could consider that, but no, not at this point. It's sometime in August. I have to look at my dates.
Okay,
But-
that's cool.
I'm just collecting up questions right now.
Have you're on the Discord?
Yeah, I haven't logged into Discord in 100 years.
Yeah, because if you're on the High and Homegrown server, pop over
Yeah.
there, tag everybody in it, and
Right.
we have a specific room about edibles as well. So maybe just drop a question in there, tag everybody, and people will drop
Right.
questions in there for you.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, but ask away.
But I've got a question. We were saying about this this story show, Margaret. Any sign of that yet?
Actually, I have been thinking about it, but then I had a bunch of other things I had to deal with.
Oh yeah, and it is summertime. Who wants to fucking make
And
a
it is
podcast in
summertime.
summertime? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
All right.
Yeah.
We'll
Only
come back to
only
this in September.
retards. Only two retards that spend the whole day yesterday figuring out a new podcast.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway,
Oh, what? I never
Yeah.
said a word.
it's a secret mission
Allegedly.
from Uncharted Space. Are we ready for the smoke break? Yeah, we're on the smoke break now.
Yay!
Yeah.
There
I thought
go.
we was in smoke break.
Yeah, we
You
were,
said
but
we
Margaret
was in
had something to
smoke
add,
break.
and I said we're in smoke break, but I'll keep it in for the edit.
Oh, okay.
Note to
I'll
self.
take that bit out because that was smoke break news.
Man, I was
That
watching a
wasn't.
cool TV show this week with the missus. Three Body Problem, it was called, and it was okay.
No way.
Yeah. Well, have you seen it?
Yeah, of course I have. It's cool.
But I thought it was a little bit lame. But then they started talking about fucking dimensions and shit,
Yeah.
like real heavy sci-fi. I love that
Yeah.
shit when they go
I haven't
deep like
seen that.
Yeah.
But so on that note, I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I like. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the deep dive of it. It's pretty cool. Season 2 should be coming out shortly.
Yeah, that's why the missus said I should watch it because she's seen season 1.
Yeah.
And she was like, season 2's coming. This is decent TV. You should watch this. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. It was all right. It was all right. But really started to captivate.
It's better than
me.
the average
Took
slop,
that.
mate.
Yeah,
It's better than the average slop, and that's what and that's few and far between. So that's why I get excited when someone actually does mention some stuff that I've watched. 'Cause
Man,
not
but
a lot of
then
people
I
watch what I
seen, flicking through reels, I saw a Breaking Bad clip flip up where Jesse's about to go kill those dealers on the fucking street corner.
Yep.
And then Heisenberg just drives out of nowhere in his car, runs him over, and then kills him. Tells Jesse to
Yep.
run. It's like, fuck, man, I hate seeing reels of Breaking Bad because it's like,
Yeah,
you should watch that TV
pulls
show.
you back in.
And it's like, I've fucking
Yeah.
seen it 3 times, start to finish. Do I really need to watch it again? Yes,
Mate,
you do need
I'm
to
the
watch
same
it
with
again.
Narcos.
You know?
I'm the same with Narcos, man. And I keep telling my missus it's because I want to learn Spanish, but it's not. It's because I just love it. Although I have learned a hell of a lot of Spanish watching it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Really
I'm
enjoyed
the
that
same with Narcos, mate. And I was the same with Sopranos. I've seen that God knows
Yeah,
how many
yeah.
times.
Love that TV show.
Just and the only reason I'm doing this is because the slop that just comes out now. It's just
Yeah.
it's just.
Well, you gonna go see the Odyssey?
Yeah, twice. First time to laugh myself hysterically at it, and then the second time to laugh myself hysterically at it. Yeah, no, I'll not be going to see that.
No, I'm not gonna.
I
I was
wouldn't even-
really optimistic when I seen it coming out. Like Christopher Nolan's gonna
Yeah.
do the Odyssey.
Christopher Nolan, mate,
oh,
mate.
oh, I have
Look
to
what he
watch
did with
that
Batman. Look what he did with Batman
Yeah.
trilogy.
And
I
Interstellar.
So why aren't you gonna go
I
see
love
it?
Batman.
because it's all fucking woke, Margaret. Woke nonsense.
Ooh.
How is it woke?
They've done race swapping, gender swapping, all this bullshit that's not original to the
Achilles.
story.
Race
Achilles.
swapping?
As
Yeah,
far
Because
as,
the lead actress is black?
No, because Helen of
Yeah.
Troy is
Helen of Troy.
now a
Right.
black lady,
White.
and that's not true to the story, is it?
Actually, from what I
She's
have
olive, if anything.
read,
She's
is that I don't
Greek.
think they've ever really mentioned what she looks like that
Yeah,
much.
they do mention it. She had a face that could
Yeah,
stop
face
ships,
like
and she had
stop ships and
long,
golden long hair.
Yeah, long blonde hair. You know, the description of her is in the
I-
story.
I
And the
don't-
fact
I
that
don't
she's
know.
Greek.
I don't know if that's actually accurate.
Wow.
That's exactly what it says. She's just.
And it's
just
got like
saying.
woke
I know.
bullshit where they're just forcing a
And
fucking
then
agenda down their
Achilles-
neck. I don't like it.
Okay, you can say that. You can say that. But Achilles was supposed to be one of the greatest warriors of all time, and they have a little midget transgender kid dude
Jesus.
playing.
Flags.
Who's
Um,
Who is actually
Elliot-
this actor? Who
no,
is it?
no. Elliot
Ellen
Page.
Page.
Elliot
Ellen
Page.
Oh,
Page.
okay. She's
Ellen
Canadian.
Page.
He,
Or
you
he's Canadian.
bigot.
Shim.
Or they, them. I'm not really
Shim.
sure. But they're
Shim.
Canadian.
Yeah, because I've looked into this as well, and he's not playing Achilles. I think he's playing the soldier. I can't remember the name of the guy. He's playing the soldier who he's playing the Greek soldier who convinced the people to let the horse into Troy.
Oh.
That's who he's playing. I forget the guy. It begins with an S.
Okay.
What's the name
I
of the
thought
guy?
he was playing Achilles. She was playing Achilles. That was. I thought it was Achilles.
No.
Oh, right.
But apparently
All the
it's,
memes. All the
it's
memes
not been
are of him
confirmed
playing
yet because Christopher Nolan likes to keep certain parts of the movies under
right,
wraps
yeah.
until it's released. It's like it's rumored to be this particular person, but it's not been
Mm.
confirmed until the movie is released. Crazy
Or do you
shit.
think
Why
he
can't
was-
you just fucking make a movie, man?
Why-
Why
I
you
know,
have to
right?
fucking do stupid things?
Well,
Jesus.
that movie's
does
been done so
everything-
many times, has it
I
not?
know.
Not
Why
been
does
done
everything have
numerous
to have an
times?
agenda to it as well? I could
Well,
not
because
give a
Christopher
fuck.
Nolan is an
What?
epic movie maker.
Right.
Yeah.
So
He-
it'll
he's
probably
made
be
some-
good.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know.
It looks
It's
like
like
there's a
when
lot
they're
of good
going about-
actors in it.
Oh yeah, there's
Matt
plenty of
Damon's
decent
in it.
actors in it. Matt Damon.
Matt
it's funny 'cause
Damon.
But the problem is that they believe they drink their own Kool-Aid and they believe their own bullshit. So, they'll sit
I
down one
don't.
day and
So
speak
you're upset
about.
because they cast a black lady
No,
as
not at
Helen,
all.
as Troy.
Oh no,
Helen
that's the
McRae.
least of my worries in this movie, Margaret. Jesus bloody. Honestly, it's the least of my worries. Sorry, Macky. Sorry.
It's the least. I don't know.
Oh
I think you
yeah.
guys are making a mountain out of a molehill. It'll probably be a great movie. You should go see it.
Nope.
Nothing.
No. Oh, I might watch
Anne
it.
Hathaway's
I
in
might-
it. Zendaya
okay.
is in it.
Well, I know you twisted
Robert
my arm with
Pattinson's
Anne
in
Hathaway there.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I don't actually.
Charlize Theron's in it.
I
Okay.
don't
What the
actually
fuck?
rate any of them as decent actors. I think they're just.
Oh, well, who do you
social
consider a
media
decent actor then?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh fuck! Come on. Let's. Okay,
Daniel
well, we have
Day-Lewis.
different tastes in movies then.
I'm
I
only
think
joking.
Daniel
Jesus.
Day-Lewis is a good actor. I think Matthew McConaughey is a good actor, and I think
McConaughey.
Yeah.
McConaughey is a good actor, and I think
Who was that bloke you were simping over the other day? You remember? You watched these
Doesn't look
films
like
loads of
Elliot
times.
Page is playing. Elliot Page is not playing Achilles.
No, it doesn't look like that way.
Oh, cool. Well, that's been the narrative up until now.
Yeah, well, they're just doing that to get all your panties in a twist.
That's right.
And my panties
Looks
have
like
been
it
in a
worked.
twist.
It worked.
Yeah, right. I'll still not be seeing it.
Maybe
I don't
it'll be
know,
good.
It looks like
Maybe
a
it'll be good.
star-studded cast.
Yeah, just shit stars.
You don't like
Margaret.
you don't like Charlize Theron? She's a great actress.
Did in the
Oh, and
80s.
Charlize Theron, Yeah.
Oh, she's too old now. Oh,
That's
I
right.
see.
That's
I
right.
got it.
If
Right.
it's good for Leonardo DiCaprio, it's good for me.
Oh,
right.
fuck Leonardo
Too old
DiCaprio.
now. You're too old to,
The
Margaret.
old-
You can't.
The old perv. Oh, I have a lot of thoughts on that, but it's not appropriate for this show,
Hey,
probably.
Consenting adults.
think-
What can you say?
I think so. Going back
yeah,
to the Odyssey
you
thing.
could say that. You could
Going back
say
to the
that.
Odyssey thing and the actors thing. I think
Mhm.
Brad Pitt is a really good actor. I think
Yeah, he's good. He's not in
he
this.
played but he played Achilles in the one that
In
was
Troy.
done back in the day.
Yeah,
in
and wasn't
Troy.
Angelina Jolie cast as his
She
mother?
was.
Yeah, it's a
I
bit
don't know.
weird like that, but she's
No.
good anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's not a little
She-
weird.
No, but they was all weird back then. I'm not going to get into that debate. Jeez. But talking of actors, Brad Pitt was a really good actor and he played Achilles. And I think, there you go. Why you should just emulate that. He played a really good part. The
Why?
movie
It's
was
been
really
done.
successful. But the
It's been
thing is, if
done.
you're going to so don't do this movie then. Do a different movie.
Well, he's putting his own twist on it.
Well,
He's making it
don't.
interesting.
So, okay. I don't think you can put a twist on historical events, though, can you? Can you? Could I say?
You don't
could I-
think? You don't think you can put a twist on her historical events? I think.
Well,
you
I couldn't
can.
make a World War II movie and make Hitler win.
You could,
could.
do the movie from the
That happened.
perspective of
We had that in
other people.
the what's that? The castle movie. The what's
Oh
that
yeah, Man
fucking
in the High
series?
Castle.
The Man in the High
The
Castle.
Man in the
that's
High
right.
Castle. Yeah,
Decent
I didn't really
TV.
watch that. Was that all right?
It was all right.
Mrs. watched that, and my father-in-law watched it because he loves that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I never watched that.
So it can be done. But, I just feel like it's forced. It's unnecessary.
Yeah, definitely forced.
I don't
And
know. I disagree.
Why
disagree.
alienate people before the movie's even out? It's like,
Because it gets people talking about it. That's why it's too easy. I mean, you see
Yeah.
this shit all the time.
well, I'll talk about it all day long, but I won't be giving my money to it. So if that was his goal, he's managed it.
You might be the only one though.
No, there's I watched an Asmongold video on it the other day, and it was like a short, and it's something like 700 and some thousand dislikes to 100 and
Yeah, I did see that. It was slated.
100. Yeah.
Well,
it's
you know
getting
what Mark Twain
absolutely
said. Whenever you
battered.
find yourself on the side of the majority, it's time to pause and reflect. So
Indeed.
Mm.
So yeah, let us know in the comments, everybody. You're gonna go watch The Odyssey? Do you
The
think it's
Oddity?
The
You're gonna go watch
Odyssey?
the
I like
Oddity?
it. I like the spin you done on that, Smee.
Yeah.
Very cool. But yeah, man, some good shit
mean,
out there,
already-
some good TV out there. No need to go to the watch shit at the cinema. If you want to watch a
No.
Christopher Nolan movie, watch The Dark Knight. Amazing.
Really
Same.
good trilogy.
Man, fuck, Joker was played so epic in that. I just really don't think anybody has done Joker anywhere near as good
Oh, you
as what
mean
Heath Ledger
you
did.
enjoyed his interpretation of that particular Batman movie that's been
Yeah.
done fucking
Yeah,
a
but
100 times?
the thing is, he stuck to source material, and what he did was he did the same thing as what Donner did back in the day, where he made Superman look like it was in the real world.
Uh-huh.
And that's what he did with the Batman trilogy. He made the Batman trilogy look like the old Superman movies, which was set in the real world.
Right.
So you could watch the Batman trilogy and think it was actually in the city next to your city. Do you know what I mean? Whereas
Right.
all the other Batman movies are full on superhero. You can
Right.
believe Gotham City's not there. So that was the difference between his.
That was his
Batman,
interpretation
yeah.
of
And
the
what he
Batman
did was he
comics.
stuck to the source material. He stuck to
Right.
the source and kept the Dark Knight dark. He didn't lighten him up. He didn't put nipples on him. He just made him badass. Kick the fuck out of
You know,
people.
you know what the Odyssey though
Yeah.
is like a story that has been widely interpreted, and also it's like really fucking old.
Yeah, I just
Thousands of years old.
yeah,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
like on that side
I'm
of the
just
world,
not
there's
keen
people
of
of
this
all
interpretation.
like
that's all.
colors and shit and stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
See, I love 300, and there's
So-
plenty of different races and colors playing different races, and you know the Persians, the Greeks, the all of them,
Mhm.
and then obviously the Spartans. You know,
Epic
they had
movie.
different races and things like that, and there was different.
It's just when
colours
it
and
feels
creeds in that.
forced. But
It
it's
didn't
just
feel
like,
forced at all.
yeah,
that.
you know what I
And,
mean?
it was just an epic fucking movie. Where with this, the whole narrative behind it is we've got Elliot Page playing this fucking character. So you've got Elliot Page, and it's not that he, them's a trans,
Jesus.
whatever. It's not that they're a trans, whatever. It's that have you seen how small and tiny the little thing is? You could squash
Yeah.
it, and so that cannot portray one of the greatest fighters.
But it's not going to be
warriors.
Achilles.
But
somebody
they're not
else.
playing
No,
that
but
character.
but that was the narrative up until now, right?
And so is it
I'm not-
okay
I'm
now
not-
that he's not playing Achilles? It's okay. that
It's
he's playing
better. It's better, but yeah, the damage has been done. You know, it's put me off. It's just put me off. It's like onions. Yeah, tried them, don't like them.
Yeah, okay. That's what Smee has tried before. Trans characters in movies. He's tried it. He didn't like it. You know.
Tried it, didn't like it. No, RuPaul's Drag Race is not for me.
Anyway, on that note, we ready for the Grow Guides? Oh, sorry, the listener mail.
It's for me.
Right. Yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, so let us know what you think about that movie when you go watch it, Margaret. All right?
No, I don't watch movies in the theater. I'm not handing my money over to some fucking movie theater fucking thing.
That's
I'll
right.
download it.
It's so expensive as well. Gosh.
Yeah.
I'll go twice for the both of us, Margaret. There you go.
Yeah, there you
Okay,
go.
perfect.
There
You can
go.
report back. I'll download it for free.
I'm not even going to download
Allegedly.
it. That's how much I don't wanna watch it.
Allegedly.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
allegedly, I'm not doing that.
From a streaming
not-
service for which I pay for.
Yeah. Yes, I will wait for it to come on Net Cheese and watch it on that.
There you go.
So here we
It'll probably
go.
out on
Here we
that
go.
cheese in like 2 months anyway.
Probably.
Yeah, he's not going to be in cinemas long, I tell you that, because nobody's going to
You
fucking
never
watch
are.
it. Good, So we got Free Nugs. He sent in the question here. Thanks for the question as always, Free Nugs. He said, "Hello, panel. There are some channels out there that have AI influence. My question, it's like, I'm going to read this again, right? Concentrate, everybody. Follow this question with me. Hello, panel. This is from Free Nugs. There are some channels out there that have AI influence. My question, do cannabis plants breathe oxygen during nighttime, meaning you shouldn't water before lights off? What are your thoughts on this? Have you heard this before, or is it fake AI info? Stay safe. Have a great day." So I don't know what the fuck the AI influence needs to be. Just ask the question without trying to make us insult AI, the superior leader. You know what I mean? Don't know what you're trying to do to us here, Phoenix. But I've had heard this. It's like at nighttime, plants don't produce oxygen. Don't produce CO2. No, they absorb CO2 in the daytime and
Yep.
kick off
Produce oxygen
And at nighttime, that process switches around. I've heard that in the past. I mean, I don't know how true it is or why it even fucking matters. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. Just Just water your plants at the appropriate time. And I don't like to water my plants at night time before the lights are about to go off, because the plants are about to go to sleep, and you want them to have as much of the day as possible to absorb all the nutrients and the water that you've been giving them. So when I'm watering, I like to, the lights come on, give it an hour, maybe 2, just the plants to wake up, and then feed them. And then they've got the rest of their day cycle to absorb whatever they need to absorb. So it doesn't really matter about the oxygen thing. I think it's true. I'm not some plant biologist or anything, so I don't know deeply into the science like that. But I have heard it before that at nighttime they breathe oxygen instead of carbon dioxide. Mark, have you heard this before?
I had not heard that before, but I did a quick search, and from a real website, not AI, it says here, most plants release oxygen only during the day when the sun can power photosynthesis.
Right. So they don't.
So, I mean, I'm
So-
sure there's always an exception to the rule that some plants
Yeah.
might, but it said most
But
don't.
do they breathe oxygen at night? Because they breathe CO2 during the day and emit oxygen. And at nighttime, does that process stop or does it reverse? You know
That
what I
I
mean?
don't know. I didn't actually click on the article. I
Right.
just read the little synopsis, but
Gosh, ask AI. It'll tell you. It'll read the bit.
I used to do a lot of fishing. I used to do a lot of fishing, carp fishing, and a lot of carp fishermen said that on a night the margins are not great for fishing on a night time because they're kicking out CO2 rather than oxygen, and
Right.
the fish don't like that, so they go into the middle, which is, I don't know if that was a fisherman's tale, but on a night time I'd never fish in the margins. I'd always fish out deep in water because that's where the fish like to go sleep.
well, and like when you think about it, a
Well-
lot of plants like kind of close up at night, if you will,
Yeah.
in a way.
But as far as watering is concerned, well, what about people that grow in hydroponics? Like I grow in an autopot system. Mine are constantly sat in water day and night. Don't matter. They're always in water. And people that do hydroponics, they're always in water too. I think the plant will only uptake when it wants to uptake. So if you do feed it like before it goes to bed, then I think it'd stop taking and it just literally be sat in moist, as Billy would say. Just be sat in moist until the next day, and then it'd start uptaking again. But how
Right.
long do you want that? How long do you want that water sat there before it starts uptaking it? Because I'd rather it start drinking it straight away, and then throughout the day's cycle, like because I grow in cocoa, obviously. So, but I don't know if I grow in cocoa, and it's good water in the morning and have it like drink it throughout the day. So on the night,
Right, because it's going to
sleeps,
do
and
its
then-
thing with
yep.
the lights on.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the aim when you're hand watering cocoa. So yeah, I think there's maybe some validity to it, but I think it's just because they don't drink on a night, so they're just sat in moist, damp water all night. And if that's winter and you're growing outside, that could be problematic. That could freeze. That could kill your roots. So I don't know. I've always just made sure that when I did hand water, I did it during the day, and then I tried not to do it on a night. But sometimes you have to, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you
you
just fucking have to. So do it. Just do it sometimes.
So I asked AI, which I'm sure Free Nugs appreciates.
Come on, Macky.
It says, I asked it, do plants produce oxygen in the day and CO2 at night? And just in case you don't know, CO2 is carbon dioxide. Just saying. And it said, yes, that's essentially correct, regardless of Free Nugs' opinion of AI. Though it's a bit more to it. During the day, plants use sunlight to photosynthesize. They take in carbon dioxide and water. They produce oxygen and sugars. They also they also respire, which means sweat. But photosynthesis produces much more oxygen than respiration uses. So they are a net producer of oxygen. During the night, photosynthesis stops because there's no light. Plants continue respiration just like animals. They take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide. The amount of CO2 a typical houseplant release at night is very small, far too little to be harmful in a normal bedroom. So the old advice that you shouldn't keep plants in the bedroom because they'll steal your oxygen is largely a myth. But yeah, there you go. It does pretty much reverse at night time.
So the old fishermen geezers that used to sit there and swear blind that it's because that's why you don't fish in the margins at night.
Yep.
We're right then.
Yeah, usually the way. These
Okay,
people knew
yeah,
what they were
man.
talking about before
man.
the days of the Google.
Before the days of the Google, we found out by actually talking to people.
Yeah,
Dun, dun,
Right.
dun.
experimentation and experience. Thanks for the question there, Freenugs. I hope that helps. We got
Cheers,
a
mate.
nice simple one here from Yorkshire 420. He said, any tips or tricks to help with keeping the smell down during trim jail? This is a fucking really good question, especially Yorkshire 420,
Yes.
assuming you're in West Korea here, because you're saying
Yes.
Yorkshire 420. But very, very important question.
I saw this question on the Discord, mate, and I
Discord,
thought
yeah.
exactly the same. Exactly
Once
the same.
before I knew better, you know, you're keeping the carbon filters running the whole time in the tent to keep the smell down. But when you come to harvesting, the plants have to come out and be trimmed outside of the tent, right? And in the early days of me growing, I grew some blueberry cheese, might have been Exodus cheese, but let's just say some very, very loud cannabis. And I trimmed it in my living room with the windows open. And the missus, one of her friends, said she got to the playground at school time and like, oh, walk past your house, Lodi, and this stoke of weed. So I just didn't even fucking think of it. The smell just leaking out the windows and the whole fucking street can smell it. Jesus. Yeah. Respire is breathe. Thanks, Sword My Plants. Yeah, thanks for that correction. Respire is breathe. Yeah, not sweat. And that's perspire. To sweat. There you go. Yeah, but yeah, it's so easy to just underestimate how quickly that smell leaks outside and how far it can be smelled for. And somebody who knows the smell, you know, there's a difference between the smell of smoked cannabis, just cannabis in a bag, growing cannabis, and harvested cannabis. You know, they all
Yeah.
smell
Right.
fucking different, man. And that
You can really
harvested,
cling to your clothing too.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
incredibly
yeah.
stinky. So it's really
Mhm.
important, man, to keep that smell down during trim jail. The best advice I can offer is you have to do it in the grow room and keep your
Yep.
carbon filter running. You know,
That's
don't
exactly
take it into
what
another
I'd
room
say.
and do that shit. And you make sure the negative pressure is in, so there's no air escaping out the room. When you go into the room, fucking stay in there.
Yep.
Don't leave.
Till it's
Plan for
done.
a long session. Get yourself a packed lunch. You know what I mean? Get some movies, some podcasts. Keep yourself preoccupied. If you got plants, say you're growing on a 4x4 and you got 4 plants growing in there, on average, it's going to take you 8 to 10 hours to trim that shit. All right? So make sure you're prepared for that kind of session. It depends how bushy it is. It can go longer. I've spent 16 hours trimming some I've fed a little bit too nitrogen in the flowering process, grew way too many leaves. Really, really bushy plants. 16 hours. Since then, I have PTSD and hate trimming any fucking plants now. And that was a long time ago. So it's been I've suffered for a long time because of that one session. Just bear that in mind. You can be in there for a long fucking time, man. Pack your lunch. Make sure you got plenty to watch. Seal the fucking doors and don't leave unless you really have to. You know what I mean? Keep your carbon filter running, your extractor running. That's going to extract out some of the air. And keep all the windows closed. Don't open any windows. Make sure no air is escaping the room that you're in. That's one of the best things you can do. You open the door, the smell's escaping, and everywhere's going to stink incredibly.
Yep.
Just bear that in mind. The smell escapes, and you'll be nose blind to it. Because after an hour of sitting there trimming all these plants, you won't notice about anywhere stinks.
No.
You know what I mean? What even is cannabis at that point? You won't smell anything. You're gonna go downstairs. You're gonna make yourself a sandwich. You're gonna fucking just stink, and not even realize it. You know, don't answer the door. You know what I mean? If anybody knocks the door, fuck them. It's going to have to wait until tomorrow. Just, man, don't walk the dogs. When you're finished, make sure you wash your hands. You know, use some isopropyl alcohol to break down the shit on your hands. Wash it off. You know, have a shower, change your clothes. Yeah, just don't underestimate how far that smell spreads. And I think you're already aware of this, considering asking how to keep the smell down. But that's what you can do, really. Keep it in a negative pressure room. Keep the fans running, and don't leave unless you really have to. What would you say, Margaret? You got any suggestions on how to keep the smell down during trim jail? I suppose it's not something you have to worry about in the same way we do.
Yeah, not really. I don't really think about it that much. I
Just
mean, all
said
the
about
stuff you
garden trimming there, like just as she's taking it down on a lovely summer's evening.
Right.
Oh, it really smells of weed out here. Yeah, it's
autumnal
great, isn't
evening.
it? You know.
I mean, having said that, I don't have a lot of neighbors either, so that helps. But I haven't always lived in this place.
Nice.
I think all the
Nice.
things you suggested are, change your clothes too if you're leaving the house to go to run to the store.
Yeah.
Change your
just don't
skin
run
if
to
you
the
If
can.
you
store.
didn't say that already, but if you have to
Mhm.
go out, change your clothes as well.
Yeah, hope it helps there, Yorkshire. But just prepare yourself, mate. Prepare yourself. We've got a whole episode on this, so definitely go and listen to that. You know, the whole trimming, and I think we do have one specifically for trimming as well, because we have one for harvesting and then the whole trimming thing, because it's a mission. It's a mission.
Yeah.
Get some good ass movies that maybe you've watched before and you wouldn't mind watching again. Queue them up.
Yeah.
Make sure you got at least 10 hours of entertaining material. But you can just let play because you don't want to keep touching your mouse either. I mean, watching shit on YouTube's fun, but if you're skipping a video every 15, 20 minutes, it's gonna make the whole task longer, and your mouse is gonna get very sticky. So don't fuck with that. You know, or queue yourself up a playlist. Just make sure you're ready. You don't have to leave the room. Seal yourself in, and do the job. Get it done. Good luck.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, man. Anyway, we got one here from Apple Console. He says, "Hey, panel. I'd like to know if anyone has tested out the plants like classical music trick. It's an old chestnut I've heard ages that plants' growth can be responded positively to frequency of music." So, and he does have a second question, but we'll quickly get through that one. Yeah, it's bullshit, really, mate. The whole plant music thing. There's placebo effect from the studies I've seen, anyway, and they are more likely to react to things like birds tweeting. You know, if you play noise in the grow room of birds tweeting, insects crawling around, wind blowing, just nature sounds, they're more likely to respond to that because that's how they would have evolved over tens of hundreds of thousands of years. You know, and they would be used to those nature sounds rather than some Beethoven or Bob Marley or whatever the fuck you want to play.
So you're saying playing nature sounds and not the classical? Because I was thinking, well, it can't really hurt.
But
either, right?
I'm saying probably both don't work. But
yeah,
if anything is going to work, then it's more likely to be sounds of nature that the plant has evolved. Because the plant could be like, oh, I recognize that sound. That's a fucking fungus gnat. That's a herd of fungus gnats. Now I have to
best produce more terpenes.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I better bump up this immune system here.
Yeah.
You know, so that can work. And birds and just nature sounds and shit. You know? Yeah. So if you're growing ocean grown, would whale sounds and waves work? Maybe. Why not try it? Why not try it? But as for sorry, you saying something?
I was gonna say I might try Jurassic Park sounds because they'll be like, "Oh shit, there's a T-Rex might stand on me. I best grow like fuck."
Says you know, when he says, "Has anyone tested out?"
Sorry.
And the thing is as well on Apple Console is when you're just home growers, you can do these tests, but it's difficult to do like a double-blind study and do an actual real scientific test where just your own observation isn't taken into account. You know, so you have to bear that in mind as well. So even if it has been tested by a home grower, you know, there's plenty of people on the internet who said that they've tested it, but it hasn't been done properly. It needs to really be done double-blinded under scientific conditions using the scientific method to actually know if it is making any kind of a difference. And it has to be done on a large scale. So much has to be put into it.
Yeah.
So, you know,
and it might not be the music. It might not be the music directly that's making the difference. It might be the music that's soothing the grower, and it's making the grower think better and relax more in the garden, which makes you a better gardener. When you're relaxed in your gardener, it makes you a better gardener. So maybe that is why your plants respond better, because it chills the gardener out, not the garden.
I mean,
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Margaret.
I like
that. Yeah.
Don't
Sometimes I do think out the box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
just
honestly,
don't put the Alanis Morissette on and turn it into an angry female. You don't want that.
Yeah, no.
Angry female. What the fuck are we talking about now? That's a whole different podcast.
Yeah, it's a different podcast.
Yes, it is.
But that's a fucking great album. Just saying.
Yeah, it is. Actually, I haven't listened to that in a while.
Ironically, it is.
Well, you should. Margaret,
I think nature sounds or classical couldn't hurt. If you want to try it out, let us know how it goes.
Yeah, that's it. Give it a try. It's your grow.
Yeah, man.
If you want to try it anyway, try it, man.
Do
Some
it, lady.
tunes on for it.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? You know what I
Why
mean?
not?
But he also
And
has
then
a
you
second
can tell
question.
us whether or not it's the grower or the garden.
Well, he will give us his interpretation of it, but it doesn't mean it's correct.
Yeah,
it's just a
I
whole
know
grower.
this isn't right.
Second question. I've noticed in recent years that air conditioners come with a dry mode now. We almost exclusively use that to cool our house now because it works almost just as good as regular AC and uses a fraction of the energy. Curious to know if anyone has had success using an air conditioner to manage their temperatures and their humidity using a dry mode function. Love you all. Keep up the great work. Thank you there, Apple Consort. Some great questions. But I don't use aircon. Smee, I know you have portable aircon, right?
Yeah, I've got portable aircon, but I don't use it in my grower.
It's got dry mode on it
for the dogs.
I've never heard of dry mode
on it. In fact, my what's the dehumidifier? That's got dry mode on it, and it's basically you could put it in a room with like damp clothes and wet clothes, and it's to dry your clothes. Believe it or not.
Oh, interesting.
It sucks out. It sucks out twice the amount of moisture out the air. So it's like I use mine in dry mode on my dehumidifier, so it doesn't have to work as hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Hmm.
But funny, my favorite company, as you know, AC Infinity, they've actually just brought out a West Korean version of their Terraform, which is their AC unit that you can make a closed loop on the thingy, and they've got a
Nice.
dry mode. Yeah, it's cool as hell, mate. I'm saving. They've got a dry mode on that where you close the loop fully up. So it's the normal air conditioning mode where it heats and cools down, you just have one pipe going in and then it takes out ambient air and changes that ambient air, puts it into your tent, makes it correct. But the dry mode feature, which is for when you're actually drying your freaking thingy.
So is this
your
like a little
harvest.
AC unit then for your
Yeah,
tent? And
it's a
then you
small
could
little
dry
AC
your
unit you can put
cannabis?
it, and that's it. You close the
Huh.
loop up, you make it a closed loop, and then hit dry mode, and it dries your cannabis for you in your tent. And it was only a matter of time before someone brought something like that. How good it works, I don't know, because it's brand new on the market. But you can guarantee as soon as I've saved up the 600 quid, I'll be getting one and seeing how it works.
Ooh, that's
You're gonna
pricey.
have that money in no time after you've done them Thailand trips.
This is it, man. 10 grand a shot. No, I told you I'm just the grower, mate. So I've got to work a little bit longer.
He's not
but-
doing the smuggling. He's just
No,
doing
no.
the growing.
He's
Yeah.
the guy at the top, 125k.
Right. He's what was the
Oh,
guy's
my
name?
word,
Jeez or
allegedly.
Wheeze or something.
Allegedly,
Right.
his new business
Allegedly.
starts tomorrow. It's gonna
It's not
get them
Smees.
Cali packs.
It's not called Smees, Margaret. It was Wheeze. Or
Oh, Wheeze.
something
Okay,
like
sorry.
that.
I couldn't quite remember. I was
Or
close.
Whiz or something
Close.
like that. It wasn't Smees. Shh. Jeez.
Yeah, aircon's
Yeah,
pricey as fuck, man. A lot of us just don't use it because it's so pricey and it's expensive to run as well. But you know, as
Yeah.
long as you can keep that temperature down, and if you got a device that brings the humidity down with the temperature, bonus in it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you can have both, where you got a humidifier, have the whole lot of the shit so you keep the environment balanced. That's even better.
Yeah.
But yeah, pricey equipment, man. Pricey equipment. I don't
Yeah.
think it's necessary. Nice to have, definitely, but not necessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I completely agree with that. I've got capabilities of using an air conditioning unit in my house. Sorry, in my
You've
garden.
got the
'cause I've got one in the house,
capabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I've got an air conditioner in the living room for the dogs
Right.
because it gets so
Just
hot.
an air conditioner
know.
for the dogs, Margaret. Just an air
Yeah.
conditioner for the dogs.
I just don't want my dogs to die. I love them. You know what I'm saying? I can deal with the 40 degrees sometimes that it can get up
Isn't
to.
that
40
ever
degrees is
40
pretty
degrees? What
gross.
are you talking about? 40
No, but
Is it
yes,
not?
is 40 degrees.
No,
Yeah.
we don't
40
get 40
degrees last
degrees
week.
here. We
So-
get fucking 35 max.
No, we've had
35 is
240s.
still pretty
I've had
hot.
240s in these a couple of years ago.
No, I'm gonna ask.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
regardless,
ask AI friend
that
now.
made me
Carry on,
get a-
Smee.
that made me get ask a friend go on. That made me get an air conditioning unit for the dogs, and I've always thought about using it on my grow, but I've always seen the fact that
Hey, look at that shit.
it
Sorry to
costs
interrupt
so
you again,
much.
Smee. The highest temperature ever officially recorded in the UK is 40.3 degrees C. So rarely do we exceed 40.3.
When was
40
that?
degrees C.
When
That
was
was
that?
in the 19th of July 2022.
There you go. What did I say? A couple of years ago, it was 40 degrees.
Bro,
So I
it
was
was
right.
2022 is fucking 5 years
Couple of
ago,
years
pretty
ago.
much, bro.
Oh, there's always.
That's not a couple of years, all right? Other notable temperatures recorded include 40.2 at Heathrow, that's in London, and 38.7, which is definitely not 40. That was in 2019. So yeah, we've only
Anyway,
hit fucking
Margaret.
40. Yeah, carry on, Margaret. We don't want to keep proving Smee wrong here. You, what was you saying?
Huh.
Oh,
Well, we had 40 plus degree weather this last week for several days. Damn. 45 actually with the humid X, as they always say.
it's always a few degrees warmer in like my back garden where it's a sun trap.
Was it like 45
Right.
in your garden? Yeah.
Well, maybe that's where it was. Maybe why I hit 40 degrees. But no, in my obviously in my house I've got this, but I've always thought about using it. But Macky's right; they cost a fortune when it comes to running on electricity, and
Oh, yeah.
electric's not cheap in this country.
Yeah.
So
No, it's going to get more expensive too.
yeah, it is.
They just want to keep putting in all these data centers and stuff.
So yeah, just stick with what it's got. And in the in the UK, in West Korea, Macky, it's the same way. We only have a couple of weeks of extreme, and then it all just chills out, and it sits at a nice 26, which the plants love. So there's no need for
But hopefully,
aircon, really.
over the next 10 years, we're doing really well. We're pumping all this CO2 into the atmosphere and warming things up. So hopefully, we'll be getting the longer summers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're looking
Fingers
for
crossed.
6 to 8 weeks, 25, 30 plus, beautiful fucking weather. I think we're doing a great job. Keep it up, everybody. Thank you, China,
Yep.
for your contribution.
I don't know
Exactly.
about that. We just got
Oh, and air
fires
conditioners,
here.
by the way. I think
We'll
they're
be
contributing,
fine.
believe it or
We'll
not.
be fine.
You'll be
It's
fine. We're gonna be
That's right.
burning up.
Africa and the Middle East, and yeah, you guys have been Canada. You all gotta worry. The UK's been cold and shit for too long. I am
Yeah.
happy with the progress
Yeah.
we're making. Let's go.
Mhm.
Let's have some fucking pine trees up in this shit. Some palm trees. You know what I'm saying?
Them's the
Got
ones.
some wild pineapples and shit in the back garden because it's warm enough now. You know what I mean? You've all had it
Is
good for
it?
too long. It's about time we had some nice fucking weather. All right?
I would like to take the tropical fish out of my house and put them in my pond outside, like you guys do. It's
Yeah.
our time.
We
our
want
time.
outdoor swimming pools like you guys do, but
Yes.
don't need extra heating. It's our
Yes.
time now. It's our time.
Yes.
You
And
know what I'm
then,
saying?
then buy an air conditioner.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But until then.
Anyway, great
crack 'em.
question there. Great question.
Cheers, man.
Yeah. Kusimansi, I think this is pronounced, sent a question up on the forum. Hello, panel. I listened to an interview with a person from Canada, and they explained the ratios on the nutrient bottles and how they work. He said that to get it right, you have to mix the nutrients at the ratio shown on the bottle. I think for Canna Cocoa, it's 40 milliliters of A and B for 10 liters of water. He then explained that you then add plain water to mix the solution until you hit the required EC level that you want. Have any of the panel heard this or even tried it? Keep up the excellent work. It's a fucking good question, but I would like to say it's probably full of shit. All right? Don't listen to that motherfucker.
At
Of
what
course it-
stage? At what stage is it 40
I mean,
milliliter for 10
and then
liters?
dilute it for to the correct. It just doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense logically. What he's saying, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It just
I spoke to Canna because I was anal as hell when I first started, and I wanted to know the inside of a fart. So I ended up emailing Canna over and over again until they got back to me, and they sent me a way of mixing the nutrients and the thing. And they said you put 80% of your nutrient in, and then you add like this, and then add this, and then if it's not enough, you can add the rest of the 20% of the nutrient that's supposed. And I'm like, that's too much maths.
Yeah.
So I just literally mixed to what I went on their website, I found their grow chart, and I mixed to what their grow chart was. And over the years, I've managed to tweak it so that I know whether I'm giving too much or too little.
just
That's
don't make
the way
any
to do it.
sense.
That's the way to do it,
Yeah, fuck it.
I think. Yeah.
I never had any problems growing with Canna Cocoa
No,
and the
never.
Canna nutrients, and I would put like 1 milliliter per liter, max 1.5 per liter. I'm putting the fucking 4 milliliters per liter in, and then mixing up more. And it's crazy to talk, man. Don't listen to this nonsense. I think sometimes people just like to complicate things because when it sounds really complicated, they come across as really fucking clever, and it's just not the case. You know what's fucking smart? Efficiency is smart. Doing the easy fucking job is the smart way of doing things. Don't make it more complicated for yourself because some random motherfucker said. Just make it easy on yourself because it's easy. You know what I mean? This fucking crazy shit, man. I don't know why they say these things. I mean, I can understand, but he obviously wants you to use 4 milliliter per liter instead of 1 milliliter per liter because you're going to use it 4 times as fucking fast, and then he's getting 4 times as much money out of it in a year than what you would have done in the first place. So, you know, even if you are diluting it after and shit, fucking, just all sounds like a lot of nonsense to me. Just keep it simple, man. You know what I mean? Mix it to the EC you want originally. Don't fuck around with it. There's really no point. What do you think about this, Margaret?
I agree with you.
It's just nonsense, isn't it? Stupidness.
Yeah, I
Don't
feel like
listen
they're
to
always
them.
trying to get you to use more newts than you need to, aren't they? Isn't
Mhm.
that the general gist? So you go through it faster and you have to buy more.
When you're a beginner,
Yeah.
find someone like when I first started, I stuck to the kind of grow feed schedule like verbatim, and it got me through really good crops. But then when I started learning more and more that, the darker the green looks, the more you can back off. The lighter the green looks, the more you have to put on. As soon as I started figuring out you can back off a bit and you can do this a bit, I started reading my plants more, and I wasn't, like Macky says, I was heading for EC. I wasn't heading for how much milliliter I was putting in at this point, and it sometimes was close to what the feed chart had said, and then other times with other strains, it was miles away. Like Macky was saying, 1 milliliter per liter was enough, because that particular strain only needed that. But I found some hungry strains that you could literally just run the chart and they would come out beautiful, really nice, strong, fat nuggets.
Definitely strain
you know?
dependent, weather
And
dependent.
yeah,
If it's
yeah.
too hot, then it's
and
going to fucking
experience
drink more.
dependent.
It's so many things, man.
Yeah.
So it's never a
So-
set. And
But
it
I
does
don't
say
think you'll
here.
go wrong with Canna, like you said. Canna
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
lead you too far wrong. They've been doing it for long enough with, in Holland for decades now in the greenhouses. But what everyone's got to remember is that all this stuff was initially for like tomatoes and tulips
Yeah,
and
and
stuff like that,
vegetables
which
and
are
shit.
yeah,
Mhm.
which are totally different to cannabis. You don't need as much as some of these. Like I know, like advanced nutrients, man, you can get away with using a quarter of their stuff because damn. And I know Athena run it like in veg, you get up as high as 3 EC in veg with Athena. It's like how? So yeah, strain
Good.
dependent and people
Good man. But
company dependent.
give it a shot if you like. If it just take you some figuring out, like get the calculator out, mix up the 4 milliliter per liter, and then add the water afterwards if you want to. But I bet it's not going to make a difference. It's not going to make any kind of noticeable difference whatsoever. I've never done anything like that and produced high quality cannabis using those nutrients. But give it a shot if you want to. But I really don't think you'll notice a difference. But anyway, we've got a couple more questions here. We got one from Clock End Hayes. There's Clock End Hayes here. Hello, everyone. How do people use roots or ruts? Holy, that's what he said. After a grow, dried or straight away, cooked, pressed for oil. I don't use my roots in any way. They get fed to the worms. So, Margaret, what do you use your roots for anything?
I have before, yeah, just one time. But yeah, they're great. I had a guy on my show a long time ago, and then anecdotally, some people said they used roots for using topicals because the guy I had on my show did not recommend using roots for anything other than a topical, just because it's really hard if you're growing in soil to get all the dirt out of it. And I did find that last year when I was trying to get all the dirt out of the roots, it was like you can never get all of it out. It's impossible. So if you're going to use it for an infusion, don't use it for anything to eat. You should still dry it out first, though, because otherwise you're going to be introducing some water or whatever into
Right.
your infusion, and then you have to think about preservatives and all that kind of thing, because that's when you get like shit in it you don't want. So yes, I have used it. I've heard cannabis roots are very high in CBN, I think it was, which is good for some of the, topical pain relieving things. So
Cool.
yeah, feed it to your worms, make it into an infusion. You can use the roots of the plant as well, friends.
Crazy.
Amazing. Is there anything this plant can't do?
Yeah, for real. It is really a
The
miracle
gift
plant.
that
We're
keeps
so lucky
on
to have
giving.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Anything
As
to
long
add
as
to
it's
that,
in
Smee?
date. As long as it's in date, Macky. We're so
As long
lucky
as
to
it's
have
in
it, as
date.
long as it's in date.
Otherwise, it's dangerous.
Otherwise, I don't think so, mate.
I
Do you know what I mean?
Otherwise, those cannabis roots, they'll kill
Roots.
you.
Holy.
Good
I love the way he
question.
spelled holy as well.
Yeah.
He spelled it
Holy.
But yeah, loads of different ways you can use the roots. I mean, maybe we should cover an episode on that at some point when we do grow guides again. Just how to use cannabis roots for things.
I do remember
It's
that
interesting.
that podcast you was talking about, Margaret, where he says use it as topicals, and that's a fucking brilliant idea. Because you don't want to
Yeah.
be eating dirt, because that dirt's
No.
good, solid. All the chemicals you've put on to that dirt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because even if you're growing in water or whatever, you probably still there's probably still stuff clinging to it from a
Yeah.
whole grow cycle. So
But
just
that
don't
would
use
probably
it
be
to
the
be.
best way to use your roots if you was growing in hydroponic. If you was
Yeah, it's
hydroponic growing,
easier
yeah, you
because
could
you don't
just
have all that
literally
dirt to try and
take it
get
out,
out.
dry the roots, and maybe then you could think about using it in anything
Yeah.
other than a topical. But I think
I still
With
wouldn't.
fucking
Probably.
noodles,
yeah.
man. Noodles
I
with some
I'd just
satay
use
chicken.
deep fry.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I'd
Anyway.
definitely make it into topicals if I had the opportunity.
Sounds good. One more then from Lobby Lobster. Good evening, panel. It is I, Lobby the Lobster, your favorite crustacean. Question relating to West Korea and carbon filters. To keep temps down in the tent, I have my inline fan pulling more air out. Should I replace my filter more than, say, every 3 grows? Might seem a lot, but I don't want the Gestapo smashing down my little cave under the sea. Also, do you think now Starmer is going, he will have more time to invest with his fire starting Rent Boys? Also, one for Billy, who isn't here, unfortunately. When can we get an Airstrip 1 on this? I'll speak to him about that. We've been trying to get an Airstrip 1 going for a while. You know, that's the conspiracy show that we do on very rare occasions where we just talk about conspiracy stuff. And yeah, to get an Airstrip 1 about that would be very cool. I'll speak to him.
It would be very cool.
Yeah, the fans. How often should you replace filter? I think every 3 grows is a fair amount. You know, every 2 grows would be even better. If you just suspect that your carbon filter is letting out any smell at all, fucking change it. You know, and it can get old if it's too high in humidity. There's so many things that can make that
this
happen.
is it. You
It's a
could
pretty
have a
cheap
brand new
thing.
one. Sorry,
Oh, sorry. I was just saying it's a pretty cheap replacement compared to the price of prison.
Indeed.
So from that perspective, just replace it if you're unsure, if you're worried.
Yeah, I hear that shower soap comes at a hefty price. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
many
not an
costs
exercise.
paid.
That's not an exercise in the yard you want to play.
No.
And not for your
it's
first
not
10
in the
years
yard.
in there anyway.
Well,
After
because
then.
it's not in the yard, and it's certainly not an exercise.
Right.
Billy would know more about that, but you know, he is here to answer.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if you feel uncomfortable, mate, if you can smell cannabis, if you know, if you just feel at all that the carbon filter might be failing, change it. It's not worth the risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But a lot needs to be taken into consideration, like what brand you got, because some places they use the Australian charcoal in it.
Yeah.
And that shit is like really fucking good.
Yep.
But if you're using Chinese charcoal, it's not going to be as good. So it won't last as long, you know?
And size of carbon filter as well.
Yeah.
See, I grow in like a 4x4, and my carbon filter is literally about 3.5 foot. It goes the full span of my thingy, so I can get away with replacing it maybe once a year. But you know, it doesn't matter if it gets above 70, it doesn't work anyway. 70 humidity, it stops to work anyway. So it's not just making sure you replace your carbon filter. You've got to keep on top of humidity as well. Don't let it go over 70. It's okay in veg, obviously, but you know we all know when we're talking about when the carbon filter is necessary and needed. Yeah. So yeah, don't let it go over. And you shouldn't be anywhere in at that time. It should be around the 50s at least, 55. So, but yeah. Every 3 grows, I agree with you, Macky. If you want to stay on the safe side, every 3 grows is great. That's roughly about a year in.
Yeah, no more than that. 3 grows max. You know what I mean? 2 grows is good. Every grow, a little bit excessive, but can't put a price on peace of mind. You know what I'm saying?
So how much is it to replace a carbon filter there?
It depends on which one you get, but like about £80.
Well, that's what I was saying, Macky. I used to pay 80 quid for one that was like supposedly for a 6-inch, and it was like for a 4x4, but it was about, you know, maybe just short of 2 foot in size and decent enough. But then when I bought the bigger one, I spent 150 quid and I bought the bigger one. It just made such a bigger difference. Yeah. And it was like I never ever smelled, you know, like sometimes you get that odd whiff when you walk past, you go, what was that? Was that my tent? Do I need a new carbon filter? Because you do get paranoid about it. I never once got that. And I can, you know, 3 grows definitely covers it. But yeah.
So you found you had it was good for 3 grows, and then you replaced it.
Oh, more than 3 grows.
Okay.
Since I've been getting the bigger ones, you know, and it literally goes from one side of my tent to the other. It's just short of 4 foot, and
Oh, okay.
it's a big unit. Once a year, I can get away with doing it once a year,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then and I still
Which is about 3
don't
gross
smell
anyway.
anything. Which I was going to say, which is about 3 gross, but I still don't smell it. Where before I used to, when you know what it's like, get to the end of the carbon filter stage, you can start to smell the odd whiff.
Mhm.
It doesn't get
Especially
to
when
the
the
end of
lights
that.
go off. You know, when the lights go off and you just get
Yeah.
that overwhelming smell of chlorophyll.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
But I don't get that anymore, and it's all about peace of mind for me. I'd rather spend that extra, 70 quid and get the 150 quid one, which I know is going to last me for exactly how long I want it to last me for. I buy another one, and that is like that's less than 1 ounce that I'd buy on the legacy market a year.
Mm-hmm. And how much is a new
no,
door?
No fucking
600,
brainer.
700 quid for a decent door?
Well, how much is a new life? For some people, how much is a new life?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
fucking pennies when
Pay
you
the
think
money.
about it, people. So
That's
yeah,
right,
pay the
man.
money. Don't
Always be
scrim.
extra cautious.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all the questions we have there. So thanks to everybody for sending in the questions. Yeah, that's it. Are we ready to go to the outro?
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do it.
I think so. Let's do it. Let's go. I can smell the chili being cooked. Smell it.
I'm
Smell
pretty
that
hungry
chili.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, that chili.
Not quite dinner time, but might be
Spicy
snack time.
Sundays. That's what I'm saying. So have spicy food on Sunday, even when it's boiling hot like this. Get some spicy food. You know what I'm saying?
Still got to
a
eat.
pussy. You know what I'm saying? You got to eat good food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Went out for a picnic yesterday with Mrs. Because the kids are getting older now. We can leave the house without the kids and stuff now. It's cool.
Right.
We found this fucking beautiful place. Just nobody there. We sat there for an hour having a picnic, maybe even 2 hours, and we only seen 2 people for the whole time we were there. Fucking awesome. And I sent a picture to my friend who hates the summertime, dying when it reaches over 15 degrees C. And I was like, look at this, loving it outside, bro. And he's like, oh, I noticed you're sitting in the shade. Like, of course, I'm sitting in the fucking shade. It's fucking hot. I'm not going to sit in direct sunlight all fucking day. Jesus, man. Gosh.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's too hot for that.
I enjoy the heat, but I don't want to be fried.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just chilling there in the fucking shade. It was beautiful. Beautiful, man.
You get all the benefits of being in the shade and none of the drawbacks. You don't get a suntan burnt to a crisp, but it's still hot. However, it's not too hot where
Well, I don't burn either.
Direct.
I just absorb fucking brownness. I do.
Yeah.
You don't burn.
Well, it's because of where he's from, Margaret.
That's right. It's my
It's
Cypriot blood. My Cypriot blood.
Yeah.
Saying to this, my friend who hates the warmth. I'm like, he's more of like the Viking generation of Englishman, and I'm more of the Roman. 25th century Roman here.
Oh yeah.
So I can just tan easily. I'll step in the sun for 10 minutes, nice brown. But he steps in the sun for 10 minutes. He's dried out. He needs to get back in, burned for the next 5 weeks.
Get that aloe vera out, son.
Man,
That's funny.
Yeah.
I love the sun so much. It's been such a beautiful summer so far, and the last year was good as well. So as I said, I think the global warming is doing us some fucking favors, man. I think we've got it good here in the UK now, and the Middle East and Africa might have a little bit of a different problem. Might be a bit too hot for them, but that's not a problem for me. We can all move. It's okay. Don't worry. It's fine.
We're going to become climate refugees?
That's right. That's what's going to be happening over the next 20 years.
That's what they say.
Now, that's what they've been saying for 50 years, to be fair. And 50 years before that, we're going on about the big freeze. So I don't even know what the fuck's true anymore.
It's hard to say.
All I know is true is the missus is cooking chili. I'm going to fucking eat that.
Yeah.
But yeah, good show. Let's take we said we're going to take the week off next week. So we'll be back in a couple of weeks, everybody. We're going to do some chilling. We're going to go and enjoy some outside, touch a little bit more grass.
That's right. Get out of away from the computer screen. Out into the world.
That's right. Yep. We recommend all you guys do the same. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We'll
and
be
send
back
me your questions. I'll answer them.
That's right. Margaret's questions as well, everybody.
The unforeseen near future.
Beautiful. Yes, we're back on
Yeah.
Sunday the 26th is the day we'll be back. By the look of the calendar here. So yeah, stay high,
Perfect.
stay safe and all that. And yeah, have a good week. Enjoy the fucking weather. Go out.
Yeah.
Do something. Do something crazy. Not too crazy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
get arrested.
And
Yeah,
good luck
don't-
England in
don't
the World Cup.
Tweet any bad words.
Hopefully when we come back we'll be able to be like, oh, England won the World Cup. It was fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Sweet.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Goodbye everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.